Hello.
Hey everyone, welcome to Multitap tonight. I'm sure y'all already know from the stories you've been sharing, but we're all about games we used to rent when we were kids back in, I guess, starting in the 80s and then mostly in the 90s. They used to have where you could rent video games.
This one says Tom Thumb on it.
While there was different places you could rent games from, like in the 90s, I guess they would have Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. Where we got most of our rentals was from a grocery store, and well, different grocery stores, but one of the ones that we mostly got our rentals from was called Tom Thumb. And the Tom Thumb that we used to rent games from is actually shutting down soon, so that's what got us talking about doing this stream. I know Dave's really excited about it because Dave was usually the one who was leading the charge on renting most of these games. We would go to the grocery store. They'd have their own little section where you could rent videotapes, VHSs, and so it's like, you know, we get movies and stuff too, but we'd also usually get a video game, and that's how we got to try a lot of these video games that were so...
Oh, wait, hold up real quick. Hype Train. Woo, woo. All right, sorry, keep going.
Hype Train, Nostalgia Train.
Nostalgia Train?
Well, I mean, so a lot of these games, like, you know, some of them we would play and, like, we would love them so much that... because, you know, even though the Tom Thumb grocery store is shutting down soon, the section where they rented video games, that shut down a lot earlier. Like, that shut down in the 90s.
Yeah.
And when that shut down, that's when we actually got a chance to buy some of these games, because when they shut down the rental section, they were selling off the games, and they were selling them off for fairly cheap, I guess, because we actually got quite a few games. We didn't get every game we wanted because, you know, once the news got out that they were selling their video games, there were some games that we really wanted, like Chrono Trigger, and so when we went there, they didn't have Chrono Trigger anymore because someone, you know, grabbed it immediately. But they still had some leftover games, usually games that we played and we knew were good, but other people didn't recognize as much, and so we might see some of those games tonight.
But Dale did find a video, and I guess it's like a promo video for Randall's, which is the same thing as Tom Thumb, pretty much, or like it's the same parent company, right? And it shows the video rental section.
Yeah, so this isn't Tom Thumb, but it's the basic same idea of what you'd see in a grocery store with a rental section.
A new generation in grocery shopping is
I don't know if any of ours look like that. No.
Randall's new generation store.
Did we have Randall's? Or all ours were just Tom? I mean, they looked like this.
Like I only remember stuff like Tom Thumb because it has still been around. I forgot things like some of the other grocery stores that have closed over the years.
When you shop at Randall's, you'll find a spacious farmer's market.
Hello, Mr. Randall.
The largest variety and the
Do you think they named Randall's after Randall
A
Onstead?
seafood shop.
Good
with everything
chance.
from fresh catfish to live Maine lobsters.
Oh, and see, this is memories for me because I worked in the deli section at.
Smell the fresh
That's
bread.
yeah.
Oh wait, we didn't address Kayla yet. So Kayla was visiting with family, and she'll be here in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
something like that.
Mugen worked in the deli. Our mom actually worked in the rental section of a grocery store. She was trying to find the picture before the stream. Unfortunately, we don't have it, but
This is our butcher shop.
We didn't banish Kayla.
I think our dad also used to work at a grocery store. I think he used to like stock it at nighttime.
Wide selection of over-the-counter medications.
Remember when pharmacies used to look like that?
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like I spent too much time in the cosmetics section.
I mean, it looks so... Oh, here we go.
Rental round. Maybe I should pause. There it is. The rental section.
Look at all those tapes.
Titles and a complete selection of video games.
And a complete selection of video games. And he said 5,000 movies or videos. That seems a little insane. I guess I can believe it, but see, and like right here, I think, because I kind of remember the photo part being next to our rental section. I feel like that's it in the background.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Maybe.
Photo lab.
Gourmet
And
video
enjoy
games.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner from our hot deli.
Wow, does this make you want some grocery store food or
And
what?
on the subject of money, Randall's is committed to lower overall prices and great weekly advertised specials. Not to mention solid value on
Dave
food
in the
club
cold
products
flower
and
section.
Bulk-sized club pack products. Our grocery department
Ooh,
offers
88
more
cent
variety
toilet
than you've
paper.
ever seen. At
The food
Randall's,
club.
working hard to satisfy you is our top priority.
Ooh.
That's especially true of our
Courtesy
courtesy
booth.
booth, where you can get money orders.
This
cash
is
your
where you can
personal
go
checks
yell at
for free
people.
with your Randall's courtesy card, and enjoy many other services. And when you're ready to go,
Wait, where's
we'll
the
be ready to check
self-checkout?
you out in a hurry with friendly, well-trained people to help speed you through. And of course, we'll help you out to your car with your groceries.
I will
You
not
can
be
use
pleased.
cash, check, your ATM
Ooh, does
card,
anyone know how to write a
even
check?
Visa or MasterCard.
Does
or
anyone want to
Discover.
write a check?
Whatever you prefer.
Maybe?
Well, that's the Randall story. Shopping like you've never seen before. Be sure to come visit us during our grand opening. And say hello to your
So
store
ours, I think it
John
only did
Johnson.
NES, Super
If you
Nintendo,
ever
and
have any
likely
problems or
Genesis, but we didn't have a Genesis,
John
so we
will be
just
here to serve
ignored
you.
all those.
I'm happy to be a
Yeah,
part of your
like
community
the
and
section
looking
that rented
forward to
video
meeting
games
each
at
and
Tom
every one
Thumb
of you.
closed down,
After
but
Randall's
we did.
over,
There it
bring
is
this
again.
video with you to
Ah,
receive
look at
a
all those
coupon good for a
movies.
free new release video
That's what I
rental.
remember.
I want you
Oh
to
my
know
god.
that Randall's is going to work hard to serve you, to earn
John
your respect,
Johnson.
and your business.
What movie was playing on the TV? I don't know.
Bring this video with you to receive a coupon.
Oh wait, but I do want
Beauty and the
I
Beast.
do
Happy to
want
be
to
a part of your
rewind a little
community
bit
and
because
looking
there's something
forward
that I
to meeting each and
spotted
every
and
one
it's
of you.
kind of hard to see. All right. So look in the upper left corner. I think that's at least 3 that I see, probably more behind them, but that's the NES action set or
Yeah.
whatever.
So I guess you could rent out the whole system.
I guess you could rent this.
Which again, Pillow was asking about N64. I remember when Blockbuster first started renting N64 games, and they let you rent the N64 system
Randall's
too.
is going to work hard to serve you, to earn your respect, and your
I
business.
can't recognize any of the VHS tapes. All right. So we have to actually play games tonight.
I mean, I mostly just want to talk about games, but I suppose we can play some too.
So, and then we didn't talk about what we did with Dave as far as like the spreadsheet, but we basically went through everything that we vaguely remembered renting, and then we kind of just took notes. And so I have a bunch of notes. Like I think we mentioned 100 games that we rented, and there's no way that we're playing all those tonight.
Yeah, we'll play
But we can maybe talk about them. I don't know.
Here's one.
We played this on Multitap before, I think.
We definitely must have dabbled in some Captain Planet. I can guarantee we never
What's
beat
up,
it.
Tom
though.
guy?
Hello. Rented a PlayStation once. Renting cold systems was whack. Well, yeah. So
Try.
yeah, Blockbuster. I remember that you could rent the N64, and I was trying to remember the last system of games that we actually rented things for, and I would say it would be the GameCube and the Game Boy Advance. They probably rented games all the way up to Wii and that sort of era, but I don't know. I guess there's still places that rent games. Maybe there's some local like video rental places, but I haven't been to one ever since like they were running out GameCube games and stuff, and obviously Blockbuster's gone. So
I surveyed Dave and Start on all of these games, if we rented it, if we purchased it from Tom Thumb, and if we liked it. Daniel went ahead and said that he liked every game because he thought rentals were special.
Right, so for most of these ones we were remembering they were NES and Super Nintendo games, and that was so early for me that I only have good memories of these games. It was such a treat when we would get a rent a game, and some of these games we didn't buy right away. So like Captain Planet, I remember we rented, but we didn't buy until a long time after, and I was always like, man, when am I gonna get to play Captain Planet again? And yeah, some of them aren't as good as I remember.
But they're still classics. I mean, but honestly, Dave and I both said we liked this game too, which I guess we did.
I mean, this one's kind of neat because even though you don't get to play as Captain Planet unless you manage to beat the first level, which again is not an easy task, this isn't so bad. It's, you know, a space shooter where you get different powers. I'm pretty sure fire's like the only good power besides rock, though.
My notes were, love those tunes. Daniel said, thought it was cool when you got to the part where you could actually play as Captain Planet, which was difficult to do. And Dave said, Interloop is maybe better than the game. Honestly, I wonder if we should have stuck to the cartoon.
I mean, the cartoon, I really like the cartoon, so that helped with a lot of these games where if we really like the cartoon, we would usually get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were good games, sometimes not so great, but this one, again, I feel is a lot better than some of the other NES games we ran into.
We also rented Captain America on the NES. Daniel remembers the scary intro, and Dave says we were all laughing so hard dancing around imitating the intro. The actual gameplay is okay, if a little clunky, but the trippy levels, music, and mini versus mode made for hours of fun.
I will say for a lot of these games, I feel like that was a common note for me where I said that the intro was scary because it feels like and those guys were appearing and disappearing. For a lot of these games, again, they were based on like cartoons, like the Flintstones, and so it's like the video game would have a lot more menacing plot than any of the cartoon episodes where there would suddenly be a bad guy ruining things. And so it was like it was weird whiplash for me going from the happy cartoon to that, but obviously looking at it now, it's like not that serious.
Not that serious.
But there was always some jerk trying to ruin the environment in Captain Planet, so alright, I'll be ready for them this time.
I'm lost.
How many lives do you get in this?
As many as you want, I think.
I don't think so. Oh, jeez. I think there's a way to get rid of those, and I should have figured it out, because if I... Oh, jeez. Alright, it's not that. Not that. Ooh, not good.
Just navigate through them.
I think you have to use rocks to dump on those, and it'll break it. Planet's dying. It makes me very sad. Planeteers.
Okay, well, I can load up another one. How's that sound?
You have to beat that whole first level before you can see Pillow, so I'm sorry I could not make that happen.
It's not happening.
Maybe one day we'll get to see Captain Planet.
How do you feel about Adventure Island 3?
This one was one that I had a good memory of as far as like I could remember actually seeing the game, but I have like not played it since we rented it. I have always been eager to. We have played the first Adventure Island on Multitap, and that's what confused me so much, because I played that one and I'm like, it looks so different from what I remember. This is the one I remember, Adventure Island 3.
It sounds like Kayla just showed up. I hear her in the background. All right, so Daniel said when for his rental notes, I like the cute dinosaurs. I sort of remember the opening cutscene. Was surprising Adventure Island 1 later not having a map.
Yeah, you saw that. It had a like map section there and stuff. And I didn't remember the game being as arcadey as it is, because the first one's definitely a lot more arcadey, but this one has the same system where Master Higgins is dying slowly unless you get him food.
And Dave said, Master Higgins, this game beats you into submission.
Well, that, I mean, again, compared to the first game, I feel like this one is a little nicer.
We also rented Adventures of Lolo, I think. Actually, I mean, I was sketchy on if we rented it or not. Daniel and Dave think we did.
I wasn't paying attention.
We're not going to be playing Adventures of Lolo tonight. Mostly for the title screen.
But yeah, I mean, we played it before on Multitap, and yeah.
Dave said it was too hard for a small child like me to figure out.
I mean, if you've never played Adventure of Lolo, you've only seen them in the Kirby games, and the Kirby games, they're pushing blocks, and that's what the game is. It's a block puzzle game.
Daniel didn't remember if we rented Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle on NES, but me and Dave were pretty confident that we did. By the way, I don't think I've mentioned if we bought any of these games from Tom Thumb yet, but I think there are very few examples of where we did that, so I will mention it if it comes up. But Dave said, Dad and uncles referred to us as Rocky and Bullwinkle. We should have been experts at this. I mean, maybe we should play a little Beat these kids. I don't know. We never rented it.
Yeah,
as far as I know.
I mean, as long as you're willing, Mugen, I would be more than happy to play other people's rental memories.
I feel like that was a game that got talked about a bunch back in the day.
All right, finally, here's the dinosaur.
The gold standard. I don't know that I had planned to play American Gladiators for the Super Nintendo, but we all remember renting that.
I had good memories of like all of these games, and I definitely did for American Gladiators. Something about it seemed really fun to me, but I feel like if I played it now, it will not be as fun.
Dave said he liked it more than he should. I really wanted to love it, but it sucked and only a few games were kind of neat. And Daniel said rock climbing great.
I assume it was the rock climbing game that I liked, but I don't know.
Ooh, and we all remember renting Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I couldn't remember if I liked it or not. Dave said, big no. We rented it and it made me distrust tomatoes outside of being safely baked into a pizza. And Daniel said, this is all I know about the franchise.
So is Attack of the Killer Tomatoes a movie, a cartoon, both?
Ooh, I don't. It became a cartoon. It must have started as a movie, right?
I feel like it was, but
Higgins was on an anime?
They had that one with the bee.
Movie to cartoon. Okay.
The Hudson Bee. Well, not the Hudson Bee. It's like some fairy or something. I forget. I assume that's the cartoon it was on.
Oh, Shakan. Or is it Chakan? I don't remember.
Yeah, that one. I actually drew this dinosaur, I feel like last year or something. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that.
That's the dino. Ooh, we're not going to play any of the Simpsons games tonight because we kind of already did that, but we did rent at least Bart versus the Space Mutants and Bart versus the World. Daniel thinks for sure that we rented Bart meets Radioactive Man, but Dave is not so sure.
Some of these games, again, that I don't have the best memory. Some of them were games that we just like played at our cousin's house because our cousins had a good selection of NES and Super Nintendo games. And sometimes we would play them at a neighbor's house, so it was hard to remember which ones we actually rented for me and which ones I just played at someone else's house. But Dave and Mugen have a better memory.
We were slightly older. But honestly, Dave influenced me with a lot of his, where on some of them I was kind of like, well, I don't know if we did. And then Dave said, yeah. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I think we did. Yeah, anything Dave says.
The influence.
He thinks that he never played Bart Meets Radioactive Man, which honestly, I do not remember that first level. Like when we played it on the Simpsons stream,
yeah,
it did not seem the junkyard.
Well, yeah, the part I remember from it.
Yeah, okay, and yeah, so there were a lot of games, remember, that we were pointing out when we were trying to figure out which ones we rented or not, that we had played, we never owned, and it was just because, yeah, we went to a neighbor's house or a friend's house, or like a cousin brought it over. So it's like there's a lot of just, it's sort of like rentals, but...
Yeah. What's easy,
play it at a kiosk.
It's the easiest thing to remember is just that, yeah, it was games we played, but it was very clear to remember which ones we actually owned, because it's like those were games that I could play all the time and I'd see the cartridge for all the time, whereas the ones we rented, I would have only played it once, and then it's like, oh man, I'd like to play it again.
All right, well, I'm going to throw you into the world of BB's Kids.
Okay.
And then we'll see how long this takes. I just remember Nintendo Power was not kind to this game.
I can't imagine why. Did you watch the movie?
No, maybe parts of it. Did the movie review well?
Hey, no, you're just in time.
Hello. I'm here.
We can be LaShawn if you want.
Oh.
I have Switch games. Do you rent those out, Tom Thumb?
Wait, where'd you get Switch games from?
Our living room.
All right, now the second question. Why?
I thought it'd be funny.
You are funny, Kayla.
Kayla went to the grocery store and rented some Switch games.
I was thinking about how I was going to make my entrance the whole way here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like,
oh my
this will
goodness,
do.
the frame rate.
That looks good.
And there's a lot going on right away, too. No vibes.
And no
Beavis. No Beavis and no vibes.
I hope all of y'all are doing very well.
This is like the Simpsons arcade game.
Can the enemies die, or do they just get repelled? Uh-oh.
Yeah, we didn't rent this one. Sorry to say.
Yeah, well, this one we're playing because I think Krungo rented it. Krungo said something about it.
I think Krungo saw it at Kroger. So when I was a kid, I would always see BB's Kids for the Super Nintendo on the shelf at Kroger Video Rental Store. Please play BB's Kids for the Super Nintendo.
I have not watched the movie. No.
I didn't realize that Kroger rented games, but I mean, makes sense.
I will say there was definitely a number of games that intrigued me, and maybe not just the games, but also the like VHS tapes for certain movies, like Robin Williams's Toys. I'm like, wow, I like toys, but you know, Mugen and Dave never seemed that ecstatic about wanting to rent that game, so we never tried it.
There was one game we brought up trying to figure out Oh, the internet's back for Bad Maniacs. Nice.
No,
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to wait so long.
I appeared while you were gone. It was me. I brought your internet back.
So
it was me.
we were talking about, was it Phalanx? You know, the Banjo space shooter
Yeah.
box art. I think we saw Phalanx at Tom Thumb, but the Banjo Man box art
Chilling. Oh, that's a good pause menu.
Phalanx. Wait a second.
Like the Pokemon.
So like the box art didn't convince us that it was good enough to rent. So their scheme didn't quite work. We saw it. It caught our eye.
Oh, he's got you.
Kind of worked.
I'm so confused. Do I seriously just have to keep beating these people up? All right, he finally died, so
What were the scariest
They seem like they take a lot of hits.
the scariest movie covers that you remember? Basically all of the horror section, but it was like
Yeah.
Child's Play, Jack Frost with the lenticular evil snowman.
I'm sure you were worried that Child's Play would be real.
Cover.
With all the stuff at the house.
I probably remember more the PC cover for it, but the Lawnmower Man.
Leprechaun in the Hood. Yeah, I feel like I saw some of those Leprechaun movies at Tom Thumb even. All kinds of fun stuff.
Da, 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 da.
One that wasn't scary, but I was always like borderline getting ready to rent was the Halloween Tree
What's up,
cartoon
Tom
movie.
Guy?
The Halloween Tree.
Tom Guy's been here, Kayla.
Well, I just got here.
It's you who hasn't been here.
I'm a little late. I had somewhere else that I came from besides work today.
All right.
Well, I'm welcoming you again.
I think you've played enough BB's Kids.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna give you a good game.
Oh, I like that you can jump on those stalls.
If
That's
I could
fun.
figure out how to use these sports balls, then I'm sure I could get through here faster. But yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna run out of time. So
This
How
seem,
about-
well, it doesn't seem very
oh, uppercut.
All right, this
there you
is
go. Never mind. It doesn't seem here anymore.
one of Dave's favorites, and apparently it is one that we rented.
Oh, nice.
Little spoiler.
Here comes Yogi.
So everyone remembers renting this. We did not purchase it at Tom Thumb, which Dave noted was a huge mistake.
Wait, a huge mistake?
Like we missed our opportunity to. But hold up, I mean, we would eventually get it for. Kayla, you're gonna be shocked by this price.
I want to see the price.
$2.99
Oh my
at
gosh.
GameStop or Funkoland or whatever.
That's super cheap.
Like, I know I said that I liked most of these games that we rented, and this one I still...
Oh, sorry about the soundboard. Let me fix it. All right, there you go.
This one I still thought was funny because it had a versus mode, and you could play as... Actually, I don't know if you could play as Big Riddle, but Big Riddle is the last boss.
Big riddle.
There you go.
And I mean, I like Batman Forever, but this game is just very cryptic in what you have to do.
And not in a fun way.
Like, this is saying optional, but I feel like you need some of these things. I don't...
Dave said,
Snowbelling?
can't put a price on this. Listen to those tunes.
Maybe not.
Is the battering spinning backwards?
Maybe.
It's this game actually takes place in the southern hemisphere. It's spinning the other way.
I see.
Paid $2 for Core in the House. I mean, Core in the House is worth
Good
more than
deal.
$2, but you had a good bargain.
And it says hold on before every level. Between the level, because
Hold
every
on.
time it's loading a level, I guess, which...
I do like the enemy names though. That's pretty good.
Mad Ned.
That is
Yeah.
or an Arkham escapee.
The music in this game cracks me up.
Apparently, we all remember renting Beetlejuice.
Yes,
Dale says he only remembers the music, though.
yeah, like the
King
game...
of the Year.
The game, I'm probably not going to figure out how to get past the first level for the game, which, again, is... Oh, wait, hold up. Solve my riddles, and to secrets be led, if they aren't already over your heads. You know, that's telling you got to go up. The problem is figuring out the button combination for it.
And Dave said bizarre looking. It had the right... Wait, no. Oh, he's talking about Beetlejuice, not about Batman Forever. Let's clear that up.
Okay.
He said bizarre looking. It had the right feel, and the music was better than the gameplay.
You look like you're about to go
I
up.
don't remember much about Beetlejuice.
Yeah, you have to go up, and for the life of me, can't remember what you're supposed to press to actually make him go up. Oh wait, all right.
Battery, the back grapple.
And everyone remembers renting Bill and Ted for the NES.
Well, that
And-
made you. Oh snap! Sorry. Please talk.
Newton, what are you talking about?
You know what? You're right. It's not Batman related.
By the way, the button combination to use the back grapple.
Versus Bad Muchin.
Guess what buttons you have to press to use the back grapple, Muchin?
Ooh, X, R.
All right, R is one of the buttons you have to press.
Oh, R and
Kayla,
L.
what are you doing, ROFL?
No. All right, so in case you ever play this game, you got to press R and select to use the back grapple. But as you can see, he's doing it to the side, so you have to actually press R select and up so that you go straight up.
That's frustrating.
Wrong.
Just open
This
the locks with
R select and up.
R select and up. That's, I wondered, there's probably a lot of footage of us playing this previously on Multitap, and I probably never got past that room for that reason.
Has a lot of buttons.
It
I
feels
don't
like
know.
it should be more simplified than that.
Well,
Yeah.
so I think part of the reason is, this is a game that, just like Sub-Zero Mythologies, they tried to make it like a fighting game platformer.
Yeah.
You move around, you jump with up, you use basically all your face buttons to attack, you can block. So I guess that's why they were so conflicted about what buttons to use for tools.
So.
R and X,
Oh no.
I think.
I think he's suggesting it's like an alternate control
Oh yeah,
scheme.
well, but X kicks, so.
Can't get rid of any of these buttons. You need them all.
There's too many buttons.
You need a special controller just to play this game. Right.
Try to just give him what credits do. Come around again, and you'll get it too. I think that's saying to like go back or something. I forget. You can do like a slowed glide in this game too, right? Yeah, you have to
Maybe.
press select for that or something.
The plate that's holding the, I don't know what you call that, together,
Oh,
the
wait.
frame. That looks like the faceplate for the GameCube or whatever.
Wait, where?
In the foreground. See, 4 controller ports.
Oh, I see.
It's a stretch.
Oh wow, it is.
It's a stretch.
You gotta hold on. Oh man, here's ran into another problem. Don't know how to go down.
Just do the same thing, but like you did before.
The Batman's next. Oh, how'd you
There.
do it?
I did what Kayla said, except I pressed down. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do.
What did you do?
I'd probably L start A. Well, I was gliding for a little bit. I don't know how I did it. I thought I was just like holding a button, but
Go down and hold on.
Cannibal.
good thing we dealt with him.
So,
You got all sorts of fun.
Kayla, do you
people
think
here.
that we liked Bill and Ted on the NES? When we rented it? Because we all agree that we rented
We
it.
like Bill and Ted, but Bill and Ted on NES?
Yeah, do you think we liked it?
No.
Hey, you're right.
Wow.
Dave said, I remember getting lost, frustrated, and spending a lot of time typing random numbers into the phone booth.
See, I don't even remember the phone booth part from the Bill and Ted game. I remember the overworld part, and it looked very interesting to me.
Yeah,
And I
the
remember,
game was compelling.
and I remember that one song from the game. And so, again, like I said, I have a good memory of that, even though playing the game now, I can see it's a bad game.
Well, maybe we should go play it. Yeah.
Goodbye, Batman.
Let's give it another try, because I mean, this Batman game's not doing it.
We're gonna say goodbye to Batman.
We're not going to get to
forever.
Big Riddle
Took
anytime
care,
soon.
Took care of the creditor. All right,
But you
there's-
get to
there's
Big Rufus?
He's telling you who made the game, I guess.
Well, there they are.
This is the song I remember, and I guess
Yeah.
it plays it right here from the title screen.
That's Bill and Ted.
Once upon a time.
There they go.
So yeah, see, you don't have to go to the phone booth right away, I guess.
Said
Yeah.
Theodore Logan.
Greetings, my excellent friend. Your time traveling skills are needed once again. Space rebels have relocated important historical personalities. If history is not corrected, Wild Stallions will miss the concert that will launch your careers.
You mean the one from the third movie?
Yeah, that must have been what they were talking about, Kayla. Bill and Ted 3. No problem, oh mighty Rufus Duke. Unfortunately, I can only leave you a payphone.
That is most upsetting, Rufus.
Why did he go feral?
No.
He has to pay.
Well, Rufus didn't give him what he wanted. Now listen carefully, amigo. It may be difficult to find your friends and send them back to their own world. Ask the locals for help, but remember, be excellent to everyone. Don't make them mad.
Don't make them mad.
How can you make them mad?
Thanks, Rufus. I'm already mad.
He's got that angry face.
I just want to scream at you, Rufus.
Where's Bill?
Oh no.
I guess he's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There you
Now
go.
Bill's here to do the same thing.
Ask and he shall receive.
He gets the same exact intro. I guess I just missed Ted. It's better that you work.
We don't want you fools to be working together.
Bill or Ted.
Sure.
You look so disappointed.
The special item to help lure the historical dudes back to their correct time. Without it, they won't go home. Thanks, Rufus.
Oh man.
Bill or Ted's decent adventure.
Oh, whose phone do you want to call?
I guess that one. 555-9509.
So like you can look it up, but then you still have to manually dial it, right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh boy.
555-9509.
Yeah. Press A. There, yeah, that needs to be a command right there.
Did she not pick up?
I guess not. I don't.
That's most triumphant. Thank you, Dr. Fresh.
I forget. I feel like there's one of these you have to go to first or something.
Ted. Al Capone. Elvis. Rembrandt. Shakespeare. George Washington. Sitting Bull.
Oh,
Wait, there's two.
That's his current number.
555-6842. What's the flashing one? 555-6842? I don't understand any of this.
I assume that's his current location.
All right.
And the other number's the location he should be in.
And waited too long.
Oh, there he goes.
I think you did it right the first time.
What color is
so-
an orange? Ted.
Oh, you wanted to
both
shoot
had-
directly to it?
Its color is the same
Ooh,
as
but you
its
don't want to
name,
go there.
just like a lemon.
Ooh, that's a cartoon quote.
All right. I guess maybe just wait on this one. It'll take me to the end. All right. I am here.
Ooh, has anyone ever watched? Is it the, what do they call that? The later season of the Bill and Ted cartoon?
The third one?
Because like at first they have, who are the actors? Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter.
Yeah.
They have them as actual voices, right? In like the first Hanna-Barbera animated season or whatever.
Yeah.
And then in the later, I don't know if it's just Deke or what it is, they get bad impersonations of Bill and Ted, and the quality just takes a severe dip. Like I'm not a big fan of the cartoon as it is, but it gets way worse. And what was that episode we watched that was like the most dreadful one of all time?
I don't know. I think I blocked
Where
it
they
out.
did like Leave It to Beaver.
They did a Leave It to Beaver.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Was it a
Yeah.
parody, or did they straight up just go into the world of Leave It to Beaver?
I feel like it was a parody, but
It was like a parody. It was bad.
It was most
Oh.
heinous.
Get away from me, kid. You're bothering me.
All right.
I think I seriously only remember the intro to this game.
Yeah, like the first season is okay, but the second season, big quality drop.
I forgot. Who are we looking for?
You said to find a strange tree by the the historical figure. I forget.
Oh, you got a textbook. Bill's already here.
Yeah, where did the music go?
I got some good stuff.
Historical bait. You have
Here,
to
I'll help
leave
you.
traps for them?
Thanks. Yeah.
That's interesting. Leave them a piece
Wild
of
Stallions
cheese.
hasn't written it yet. I think we need to switch games.
If you say so.
Let's play something good.
What's next on the list?
I kinda just chose some random things. Like I said, there's 100 games, so there's no way.
I don't know.
Why do you have 5 Necronomicons? You have to have more than one.
Kayla's watched the movie that features this character.
Zilla's the boss?
Is this game based on the movie? I guess it's got some of the new characters. Oh, what's up, Playball?
Okay, bye.
Good to see you. Playball, did you ever rent any Nintendo or Super Nintendo games?
And did you rent them from Tom Thumb?
Oh, I don't know if you rented them from Tom Thumb, but...
Yeah.
Ooh, what was your favorite rental classic that you can remember? This was one that we rented. I think I've got some notes from Dave and Daniel when to go see.
I want to use the Switch 2 Welcome Tour virtual face to recreate the intro to Felix the Cat.
Oh no. Dragonmeyer's asking, when is the movie rewatch? If you can arrange a Dragonmeyer, I will be there.
Find out when the anniversary is.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I feel like a big anniversary actually just passed us, but...
Felix the Cat?
Yeah.
So we all remember renting this from Tom Thumb. We did not purchase it when they sold off their rental games, but Daniel said the bag could do cool things. That's what he remembers.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it transforms into different weapons and stuff. I think there's a tank weapon. I might also just be remembering everything from the Worms map that we always play on.
Dave said classic. I need to find a copy of this. I really enjoyed it at the time. And what's funny about that is at some point I did get a copy of it, and when Dave was asking for our list of games, we did not include it in the list of games that we had.
Well, I don't know.
Or maybe Dave just didn't want it.
Yeah, like I don't think we gave Dave a list of games we had. He just listed the games he wanted.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We did miss it. We did miss the 100th anniversary.
Oh, when was that?
That would have been in 2019.
Oh, well.
Felix, 1919 original.
Maybe we can still do a movie anniversary thing.
Yeah, when is the Zone movie?
All right, here's the tank. It looks like it shoots Felix's face, maybe? I don't know.
Okay, here's an interesting one that we may not have rented. Dave thinks we rented it. Final Fantasy, the first Final Fantasy for NES.
Well, because with Dragon Warrior, Nintendo Power offered a deal where you could get free Dragon Warrior, right?
They just gave everyone free Dragon Warrior, pretty much. Or Nintendo Power subscribers.
But see, I didn't remember where we got Final Fantasy from, so Dave would remember better than me.
Well, no, so Dave said that our copy of Final Fantasy had Tom Thumb stickers on it, and that he scrubbed them off.
Okay.
Which, me and Dale were having a debate about that.
Yeah, so, you know, if you have bought used games, which I assume pretty much everyone who watches this stream has at some point.
Yeah.
Kayla, how do you feel about the stickers on buying those used games? Do you want to get rid of them, or do you think it's better to keep them on to, you know, remember sort of like where you got the game from?
Ideally, I would like to remove them, but I'd be too scared to remove them.
Well, that's another part of what.
That's why most of mine still have
Mugen was saying,
stickers.
because it's true, if you try to remove stickers and stuff, sometimes it doesn't go so well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can make the game look even worse trying to remove them. And
I mean, I like the legacy.
Yeah, especially after, you know, trying to remember how we got these games and stuff. It's nice to be able to have stickers and stuff on them, especially from like these stores that are gone now, because otherwise I wouldn't remember at all where they came from. So
did they put stickers? They put them on the disc for PS1 and PS2.
Yuck.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
That's terrible.
That could probably mess up your system.
Look out,
too.
Daniel.
It's a good thing it let me jump. Yeah, stuff like that, or like if there's like a horrible gross mess on it, that I would clean off. Like if there was a ketchup stain or something, yeah. You don't want ants eating your NES cartridge, but
You may turn it into a plate station.
But stuff like stickers and stuff, I've definitely wouldn't try to remove anymore.
Kayla got a bunch of her old PC games from her parents, and they had garage sale stickers right on the CD. And I was like, oh.
One game that's not included in this collection of games we're playing tonight, we bought Silver Surfer at a neighbor's garage sale across the street. It was a little surprising
Oh, those look bad.
that we bought it because if you've ever seen the cartridge for Silver Surfer, all it is a blue background and red text that says Silver Surfer on it.
It sounds so.
That was like 10 cents from a garage sale.
But
yeah.
since it was so cheap and it was an NES game, why not? And again, I liked hearing all the great tunes of Silver Surfer. I had fun trying to play it.
Yeah.
A lot of these games, even though I could never get past the first level, I still had fun, exploring the worlds in it.
Do you want to play Claymates?
Sure.
Oh, wait, let me read about Final Fantasy. So, sage advice: what game should I rent this weekend? May I recommend? Let's see. Hold up, I got a stack of games here. May I recommend Ghost Lion for the NES?
Oh snap! Ghost Lion.
It's got a great battle tune
I was trying to talk with
and a movie.
I was trying to ask Mugen if there are any game rental things still available. Like I think Cloakbase says that he's able to get games from like his library.
Yeah. Which is
So
pretty cool.
if you have that as an option, that sounds like a great way to rent games because hey, it'll be free. But
You can do GameFly.
That's about one of the only options you have left. Yeah.
Mugen says GameFly is still around, which is kind of surprising to me.
Dan was asking me about Redbox, and I was talking about how in the final days of Redbox, people were going to the machines, and I don't remember exactly how it worked, but they could still get things out of there, but they weren't getting charged for it. But I think they still had to swipe their card, and so they would just swipe their card and get the movie or game and keep it because it's like Redbox isn't going to come for it. And then once that system went down and they couldn't get the games out that way, people were seriously just like, I don't know if they were removing the bolts or what, and just throwing the red box in the back of their truck and taking it home.
Is Mugen giving you any good ideas, Ocelot?
Ocelot, if you know where there's a red box and if there's no cameras,
I don't advise you doing any crimes.
I'm kidding. Oh, I'm kidding.
Don't commit crimes.
It's a joke.
Don't do it.
Yeah, some people would just ask the store, and I'm sure they'd be like, yeah, take it away.
I mean, yeah, because and again, because I feel like some people might have got the wrong impression when we were talking last time about game rentals and stuff, because we would get these games from Tom Thumb, but it's not like we rented them and kept the games. We bought the games when Tom Thumb was getting rid of their rental section.
Yeah.
So we bought them. We didn't just rent them and keep them.
I don't think we ever, like, unintentionally or intentionally kept a rental, except somehow, and I don't even know if this was a Tom Thumb rental, we lost the Turtles in Time manual in our bathroom sink cabinet, and so we returned the game. And I vaguely remember our mom like arguing with the person, like, well, what do you want me to do about it? And then like we found it later, and she was very upset with us because it was like, oops, it was under the sink.
Yeah, apparently it was a common thing because they would include the instruction manuals in the game, so it was common for people to rent them, and then they would either lose the manuals or would keep them. And so some video rental stores would have to like make photocopies of them, and so that's why you sometimes have like these grayscale manuals.
But you said there's some kind of lawsuit or something related to that?
And I don't know too well about all that, but apparently there is like there was a legal battle that Nintendo had with Blockbuster specifically, and them photocopying manuals. But also included with some like I don't know if this was because of the instruction manual thing. I guess it partially was, but they would like the stores would have their own write-up of the games, and like they would include things like cheat codes, because I remember Blockbuster having on the back of their boxes, they would like write the description of the game, how many players it was, and sometimes they would have like cheat codes for the game. So I was always excitedly looking for those cheat codes, and I feel like for some of these old rentals, kids would either write it in the instruction manual or they would have sheets like that for even the Tom Thumb games, because I feel like for Mega Man 7 there's a code where you can do the versus mode in it, and like unless
I want to hear the Ghost Lion battle music.
And like I looked in the Mega Man 7 instruction manual, doesn't have the code for that versus mode in it,
so that must have been a Tom Thumb tip off.
I feel like it was a special Tom Thumb tip. Same thing maybe for like the Combat Tribes codes and some other things like that.
And so Dave thinks we rented Final Fantasy on the NES, but he for sure knows that we bought it because our copy used to have Tom Thumb stickers on it. And Dave's review, or notes, I should say. I have the Tom Thumb copy, but I just meticulously removed all the stickers. I played Dragon Warrior before this, so I was biased. But despite the ultra slow combat, I remember thinking it was very atmospheric and a bit over my head at that age. I have never properly given the series a try since the first one. And me and Dale had no notes on Final Fantasy.
You should definitely go back to playing Final Fantasy, Dave.
Hey, I loved Final Fantasy's music. I loved seeing the sideways perspective of the battles, and the fact that in Final Fantasy what you do first is you beat up Garland, you go back to the castle, and then you cross the bridge and it starts playing that one song while it's showing the opening cutscene. That seemed like the most epic thing to me.
My notes on Ghost Lion, which we all agreed that we rented, was what a cover and battle song. And Dave says the summons were a wild concept. And this one we actually got at GameStop, EB Games, Funkoland or whatever. I don't know if you can see the price, but is $7 too much for Ghost Lion? I don't know.
Well, yeah, this is one that I remember Dave would talk about a lot, but we did not buy it right after Tom Thumb's rental thing closed.
Some of these stickers are misleading because remember what... I don't remember when they did that, but at some point it was either GameStop, Funkoland, or whatever. Same company, I guess. But they had, I think they call it like a classic plastic sale or something, and they were just getting rid of everything for 99 cents. So like some of these stickers that I have don't represent what we paid because I was just like, ooh, I'll buy anything from there.
I wonder if I have to equip stuff. I have both a spear and a dagger.
Oh. I just gotta hear that battle tune, and then I'll be good. I feel like all the music is super repetitive, though, in this game.
Oh.
Here she
On
goes.
to the river.
I sold her copy of Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse to a Funkoland and was outraged when I went back later and found out they were selling it for more than I got it for.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we definitely went to Funkoland too. I don't know. I'm sure we probably sold some games, but we definitely bought a couple from there too. I feel like Funkoland or one of those stores is where I first got to play Mega Man 1. And when I played it, I picked Gutsman stage because Gutsman was so cool in the cartoon. But I just immediately fell into the pit because of those platform things. And so I said, I don't like Mega Man 1, and did not ask to buy it.
I don't think we're going to play Goof Troop tonight, but we all agreed that we rented Goof Troop, and I know Goof Troop left an impression on me because maybe, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think, it would have been like 5 or 6 years later. Oh, what's up, Fooey? I went to the mall with some friends, and there was a retro game store there, and they had Goof Troop. And I was like, oh my god, Goof Troop, and I lost it, and I bought it on site. And I remember getting made fun of for buying Goof Troop for the Super Nintendo. They didn't understand why I would buy a Goofy game. And then I became Goofy in real life later because we went to the mall had an ice rink. And so I had never ice skated before. So you can probably imagine how that went. I slipped and fell on my butt, and I didn't fall through the ice though.
That wasn't bad.
Multitap usage every year.
Ah!
But I remember getting Goof Troop during that mall ice skating trip.
What are you going to do?
Oh wait, this is the battle music.
I hope this kills him. All right. And she winks at you.
I wanted to say fall on my ass instead, but...
You said it.
Jeez, Mugen.
Wait a second. I think you need to get some
I don't think that's a swear anymore.
Anyway, this is the town of bread.
This is a town of bread. Give all... Yeah, I'll give the jiggies. Don't worry, Kayla, I'll take care of it. Yeah, it's a Bart word.
You didn't give them enough.
Ellen stole the Stardust. If I don't get it, I will see my family in Davis.
How about G.I. Joe? Actually, we played G.I. Joe a few times on stream. What did I have on my list? Oh, yeah, we're going to do this one. I think I threatened this one, and I heard the battle music already.
This lady in bread wants bread.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom.
I'm sorry, well, we're glad you're able to be here.
Yeah. Thank you for stopping by, and remember the rental times.
Claymates. What do you know about Claymates?
Claymates in your honor.
This is one of those games, like a lot of these games that I had really good memories of. I'm like, hey, I like things that are animated by clay. I like the California Raisins. So a game about clay, really cool. You can play as different animals. That seems really nice. Maybe not as good as I remember. This is on NSO now, I think. Oh, it's got Green Daffy.
Green Daffy? Daniel apparently remembers playing this at our cousin's house as well. But you also agreed that we rented it.
Oh, I think I meant to say that for Clay Fighter.
Oh, okay.
I want to hear.
Or actually, you know what? Ooh.
Clayton.
I don't know.
I don't care if I'm made of clay.
We might have had Clay Fighter on this list. I know Dave mentioned that he might have deleted some stuff on accident.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well.
Maybe that's what happened. Well, what was your impression of Claymates from what you could remember, even though you're playing it right now?
Well, again, like I had really good memories of it, so I was excited to finally play it again when it came to NSO.
No.
And I think we probably played it on Multitap before then too, and it's
Bad Maniacs has a good story with Claymates.
What's that?
I rented it, played it to the final stage, and the game put up a fatal error on screen and froze, destroying all my progress.
No!
That's horrible.
We were trying to remember if there were games that we rented that had a save file that was like, oh, we hit the jackpot.
Yeah, because
maybe Mario RPG.
There's definitely games we would rent or that we would buy used that would have save files on. The only one I can remember for sure is Evo for Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Because in that game, you can save your records of the creatures that you turn into. And so I think even on the copy, we still kept some of the files for creatures that other people made.
Addy bought a used copy of Mega Man and Base for GBA that has an almost complete collection.
Oh, nice.
And I mean,
jackpot.
Yeah, like these days I would probably be more inclined to just delete the save because I want to play the whole game, experience the whole thing.
And we're gonna see this.
In the past, since I couldn't beat like the first level of a lot of these games, I was like, oh, perfect, this is my chance to play more than just the first level.
Dave said Clay Fighter. I was saying I enjoyed it more than our cousins and Claymates. Wow, I guess I was on a claymation kick. Fatal error, dead. That's kind of freaky. I like the cover for this because it didn't have a lenticular cover or whatever.
Yeah, you were saying that. I don't remember that as much, but I can see why that would make the game cool.
Ooh, cover.
In Clay Fighter, you actually see some of these characters before the fight.
Is that Cloud happy enough for you, Kayla?
Kayla, do you want a good job balloon?
Dragmar used to go to a weekly...
No, yeah, I do. I want that, actually.
Dragmar used to go to a weekly allergy doc as a kid, and they had an N64 with Donkey Kong 64. He would chip away at it for several weeks and eventually would arrive to his appointment to see the save deleted.
No!
Then they replace it with a PS1 and Crash Time Warp.
Well, and
I'm getting the worst timeline.
I'm guessing Dave was already saying that, but that was the thing with stuff like Chrono Trigger and Mario RPG, right? Where like he would rent it and he would get so far, and then after he'd bring it back the next time he'd rent it, he'd hope that his save was still there. Oh, nice, Tom guy.
Welcome back, Tom.
Welcome back. I hope it worked.
Oh yeah, so we need to talk about Chrono Trigger, because Chrono Trigger and Ogre Battle especially, I remember when Tom Thumb sold their games, we were upset that we could not buy Chrono Trigger or Ogre Battle from Tom Thumb because the games were cheap. Chrono Trigger and Ogre Battle were not easy to find, and even if you could, they cost a lot of money. So we were disappointed that we could not get the copies of Chrono Trigger and Ogre Battle from Tom Thumb when they sold them off. And Dave's got some more notes on that. When the store sold all the games, this had to have been one of the first to go. Kids at school would know who had rented it out. It was ridiculous.
Okay.
Buying it would have been crazy expensive if you could even find a new copy, which I saw in a store once ever at Sears. And Daniel said, I wondered when the scene on the box would happen for Chrono Trigger.
And I mean, the scene on the box, I think, kind of happens for Chrono Trigger. I forget what boss that is, but I think there is some things wrong with it. Like, I forget. I think, what's her face? Marl is casting fire magic, which she can't do. Is that right?
All right, the next one is 2-player, and we apparently bought Tom Thumb's copy of it.
Heckran.
And I guess
she's more of a healer.
I guess I want to play it, unless Kayla wants to play it.
Play what?
Maybe Kayla should play it.
Scat?
So you know, box was a little bit of a lie, but
And this one's a Tom Thumb copy.
Never mind. Tom guy correcting me. One of those triple techs.
It says Tom Thumb on it.
All right.
Tom Thumb. I don't know if you can read it.
I don't know if it did the voice. I waited for it and I couldn't hear it, but the voice is also kind of quiet, so maybe I just couldn't hear it. Kayla, so in this game, you can fire, which you probably are already noticing. The other button, what it does is it freezes your little options. And so, like, if you want them to only shoot vertically like these ones.
So nice we bought it twice. Is this on NSO?
This is on NSO.
Oh, that's how.
Like, there's a couple companies that are really good about having their games on NSO, and Natsume is one of them.
All right, so we all agreed that we rented this. We clearly bought it from Tom Thumb. Everyone liked it. My only notes for it are, our copy has Tom Thumb marker on it, which I've demonstrated several times.
Yeah, Natsume and Jellico have a lot of their games on there. I guess probably because they got bought out or they sold their library, I forget, but
Dale says, I only remember the first stage was his notes, and Dave said the voiceover in the intro got me ready to go to war.
yeah, this has a voice when you're first starting, and again, I don't know if it didn't play or did play, but it says the earth is counting on you, good luck.
It's kind of quiet, but let me see if I can find it again.
They need to get someone else to do their job.
Wait, that's not it. Hold up.
You must destroy them. The earth is counting on you. Good luck.
Nice. And the other thing that Mugen found out years after the fact, I guess it's the Japanese version that plays this song slowly and then like on a different level or something.
Yeah, it's more depressing. What do they call it? Like Final Mission, or I don't remember.
That sounds right.
Like, I guess they changed this one into a rah, let's go Space Warriors, and the other one was more like, wow, war sucks. Or it was a little more apocalyptic, I don't know. Final Mission.
Lasers.
You're doing good work, Kayla.
You too, Daniel.
The Japanese version, Final Mission, was released a year before the American version, and there are a few differences between the two. The game's opening story sequence is completely different, showing the obliteration of various cities before the alien invasion begins. Instead of a selectable male or female main character, both players control palette-swapped male soldiers, one of whom is Russian, which was inconceivable for the Western market. The game's difficulty was made easier for the American version as well. Instead of 6 lives, the player begins with only 3, and any upgrade they possess is lost whenever their character is hit. The player satellites also function differently. Instead of orbiting automatically, they're aligned by the player while moving the character left or right. Their firepower was also weaker. The map shown before each stage in the American version was not featured in the original Japanese.
Oh, I'm exploding.
And there's a European one, and they call it Action in New York.
Wow.
But the name of the main characters were also changed from Arnold and Sigourney to Silverman and Sparks. Cool.
Well, only one of them is left now.
I forgot that you were playing as Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, since we did the 2-player mode, we didn't get to see their portraits, but then they look like their names.
That's pretty funny.
I can't believe you only get one life.
You do only get 1 life as far as, like, you know, once you run out of health, then that's it. But if I die, then I think it will let us restart the stage, so let's try that.
No. I'm here.
6 lives.
I think it's just 6 health slots.
Oh, and fun fact about this game, I don't know what they're called. I think they're called chiclets. The gum.
No.
That's what the health bars make me think of.
One thing I definitely cannot remember about the Tom Thumb rental store is what snacks that they had available at the counter. I assume they probably had those chiclets gum, maybe some
The
fruit
mini
Stripe.
chiclets.
I don't know.
Good and plenty.
But they didn't have PB crisps because that came in too big of a bag.
Yeah, you couldn't just get a PB crisp. Do you know
Oh
would
yeah,
you go
did
there
you
more
talk
often
at
if you
all
got PB
about
crisps?
rentals of games in the U.S. versus Japan? And
No. So,
you were talking about that.
Well, again, all this information, I just watched one of those YouTube videos, so all my information
Good source.
could be bunk.
No, like
So-
I remember hearing a lot
Someone
of the
needs
same
to
stuff
confirm. But
you were telling
what
me.
surprised me was apparently rental stuff in Japan was
Yeah.
different because they didn't allow renting games at all. Like obviously at first when games were first being released, like NES and stuff, there was no laws or anything because it was like it just came out. But then during the 80s, they started to realize, hey, we need to put some laws on this stuff because they would rent music CDs and people would record the music from the music CDs on their tape decks and stuff. And so apparently in Japan, they actually were okay with that because they wanted to sell like the tape decks and the electronics like that. But in the US, as you've probably seen, there was never any renting of music in the US. It's like you couldn't get a CD, or at least you weren't supposed to rent CDs because the music industry has such a tight grip over here. But in Japan, it was the opposite, where it's like they still allowed that. They just like had a time limit as far as like you had to wait like a month or 3 months. But for video games, they were like, no renting of video games. Whereas in the US, different story. As you can see, we were able to rent games all the way to today still. It's like we never were able to not rent games. So it's crazy to think that in Japan you couldn't rent games.
Daniel,
Oh,
did you
yeah.
write that Reddit post?
What?
Can we attempt to find the recipe for PB crisps? I need some now.
The recipe?
Yeah.
Dan was mentioning that too about the music rentals where there's like a delay before they would get released.
Yeah, like that was their solution because it's like that's the weird thing because you think, because there was also a thing with PC games, and apparently there was a law passed in the US for PC games because people would get things like CDs or floppy disks and they'd copy the games and share them. And so it's like it was a hard thing for PC games, and so they actually did make a law where they prohibited that,
Here you go, my dude.
but it didn't apply to console games.
All right, so I think we rented this. Kayla, do you remember the Incredible Crash Dummies?
No.
Don't be a dummy, buckle your safety belt.
Oh, I make sure I do that every day.
The crash test center, a typical disastrous day for the dummies. I mean, this one it says it's 2 players, but is it alternating or
I don't know. Do you want to try it?
nah?
So apparently we all remember. Ooh, is it Fallen Music? I guess it sounds like it. Incredible Crash Dummies, Moby Games. I always go to Moby Games. That's my source.
I missed on them being like a big deal. The crash dummy.
Well, no, yeah, they usually weren't. Kayla, this is something that is unique to the video game. I don't know. Maybe it happened more often than I thought. I don't know why they decided. If just they thought the movement would be cooler if they were on a wheel.
It says Jeff Fallen for NES, yeah. So it's not Tim, it's Jeff.
Yeah, and yeah, there definitely was copy protection stuff that they introduced with games so that they could prevent them from being copied. Different things like checking the SRAM and that sort of thing.
So we all remembered renting this, and Daniel said, I remember them having wheels and the toy.
Well, again, that's weird to me because, again, I don't remember much about the Crash Dummy so they had a cartoon?
I think so?
I don't remember the cartoon. I remember I didn't buy it. My parents bought a toy of the Crash Dummies, and like, you know, they had a full body and stuff. You would press the button and like their legs and arms would come off,
You know.
and maybe their ears would come out. Maybe I'm thinking the Ghostbusters for that. But as far as I could remember, I don't remember them ever having wheels, but apparently in this NES game he's going around on wheels. Maybe this is a specific Crash Dummy. I don't know. I should probably just get hurt because if you get hurt enough in this game, you will be slammed into the wall. You will crash, and you will lose limbs.
Good enough.
We don't want that to happen.
But I mean, that's... Oh, here we go.
Ah, there he goes.
All right.
You crashed.
I crashed. I don't know if I lost anything. Maybe I lost one of my arms. I can't tell.
Dave's notes were, I remember slipping around, getting really irritated, and not seeking it out again.
Well, yeah, so it's like, I guess that's why they have the wheel, because your movement is slippery in this game. And you see I slide when I stop, and I bounce when I land against the ground, which is kind of frustrating. But
So the wheel is supposed to make you think that this is normal.
I guess, yeah, I don't know if... oh my goodness. And also, I guess it makes it so that you can fly when you crash into something.
What are you using as a weapon?
That is a very good question, Kayla. So when I press select, I can have oil. I guess that's something I can get, but my other selection is this, which it looks like gas. I don't know.
Or maybe a fire extinguisher or something?
Fire extinguisher? Good guess.
DLC.
For a lot of that stuff, Kayla, you probably would have to check out the instruction manual to know for sure.
And darn it, we don't have it.
And darn it, we don't have it.
Oh, well.
Briefly, I want to talk about the Ultimate Stuntman situation.
Okay.
So, I don't know if anyone is aware of the NES game Ultimate Stuntman, but it's an unlicensed game. And did Tom Thumb sell games before they stopped renting them? Because that's how we remember this, is that I assume mom or dad bought Ultimate Stuntman from Tom Thumb, or maybe a different used game store, and brought it home. And Dave immediately was shocked because it was an unlicensed game, and it had like a hole on the back with dip switches that were like, oh, if it doesn't work in mode A or mode B, you know, flip the switch or whatever. And so, yeah, I think Dave kind of worked us all into a fervor that unlicensed games are bad. And we made our parents return it to the store because we would not put one of those nasty unlicensed games in our NES. So Nintendo Power saves the day. Young Dave was a narc. Yeah, American Video Systems.
Again, I can't remember that well, but I could almost see that maybe because Tom Thumb would be getting in so many new games from stuff like Super Nintendo, maybe they would have sold off some of their games that didn't sell or didn't rent as well, so they could make room for the new games.
I mean, it was admittedly a little freaky because of the dip switch thing and the hole in the back. I was like, is this going to break the NES if we put it in there?
Okay, so here you go. That must have just been a specific crash dummy because this one has legs.
But this one's probably moving just as slippery.
No, he stops.
Oh, it's Galoob?
Interesting.
Looks like it would start the house on fire. The cartridge was a little scary. I think it was gold, too. Like fake gold. Zelda gold.
I sort of remember seeing the Tengen cartridges for things like...
We have some Tengen games like Roadrunner and Rolling Thunder and Tetris and Gauntlet, I think. Was it baby blue? I thought Ultimate Stuntman was gold.
When I was looking up a picture, it looked gold to me.
I think it's gold, Dave. Dave, every picture I'm seeing, it's gold.
But never say never, because they had different variations of these games and stuff. I was explaining to...
But I remember it being gold. Baby blue, some of those Bible games.
That makes me think more of those Bible games. Wisdom Tree or whatever.
Yeah.
I was explaining to Kayla how some of these games would have different cases. Like some of them would just be because they were different releases of them.
Is gold. Sunday Fun Day.
Like we didn't buy the black box version of Metroid. We got the re-release of Metroid, which has art of Samus.
Yeah. And not the giant pixel.
And like the art of Samus is from one of the later games because she has like the big shoulder pads on it, I think. So it's like, it's not really fitting for that NES Metroid.
I don't know if Dave did it with that game, but for some reason I remember that being one of the games that Dave like opened in the car and was reading the manual at like the drive-through of McDonald's or whatever.
I mean, it's like that's another cool thing about games.
I think when he got Diablo 2, we went to Sonic Drive-In and he was like reading the entire Diablo 2 manual before he played it. Something.
Did he get French fry grease all over the manual?
Did he get what?
French fry grease on the manual?
Yes. Definitely.
Make those
No,
never-
tater tot grease.
So now I feel bad. Again, I guess it wouldn't have pertained because like the only NES manual I can remember maybe having on hand is like the Mega Man 5 one.
Yeah.
But we kept very few of our manuals and boxes. Like we would try to hold on to the manuals and stuff, but they just got lost along the way.
They were like the Genesis carts or boxes or whatever.
Yeah, I could not tell you where the cases or manuals are for like most of those games. Although I think we did at least keep the Genesis game manuals. The cases, I could not tell you where they ended up.
Yeah.
Mega Man 5, I don't think we ever rented, but I got some money for my birthday and I was at Kmart and I think I knew that we all liked Mega Man, so I just spent all my birthday money on Mega Man 5.
I thought that was a pressure decision. Is that a different
There
game?
is a little bit of pressure there, but
Happy birthday, buy me this game, please.
I mean, I got like again, I was definitely pressured about a lot of things as far as like renting games and stuff, and you know, sometimes, a lot of times it was a good thing because like the only example I can think off the top of my head of like a game that I wanted to try but I never rented because I knew Mugen and Dave would not approve was on the GameCube. There was a game called Amazing Island.
Island.
And it has like an anime looking kid on it, and like anything that had anime on it, I was like, ooh, that must be good.
You missed out. You missed out, Amazing Island.
Like, because I assume maybe like we had rented Mischief Makers that way because I saw the Mischief Makers box and I'm like, oh man, that looks great. And you know, Mischief Makers actually good.
Hold up, I got Switch games, so I don't want you to play this all night.
Well, it's okay. I honestly have no idea how to get past this part, so you saved me just switching here.
Kayla, how do you feel about Mega Man Soccer?
Soccer, good. Mega Man, good.
You're gonna have to help Dana win Mega Man Soccer.
Mega Man Soccer, fine.
Here,
I'm impressed it exists. I felt.
I'm gonna talk about the different Mega Man because we kind of already are talking about Mega Man stuff.
I know I said I liked every game we rented. As far as games we rented that I really wanted to buy because we did not buy it for a long
rented
time.
this a million times, I feel like.
I love Mega Man's Soccer more than anything.
Like, if there's the top two games that I feel like we rented the most over and over were Mega Man 3 and Mega Man Soccer. Maybe.
Are they gonna ever re-release Mega Man Soccer?
Mega Man Soccer for sure we rented a billion times.
I think they did re-release Mega Man's Soccer, but only on like one of those plug-and-play things, like the one that's shaped like the Capcom logo. I think
they needed.
They should just make a new one. We were playing the Strikers, Mario Strikers, the GameCube one, since they just released it on NSO, and that game is so fun. Seriously, just re-release that game, put Mega Man characters there instead. You got a winner.
Can they get electrocuted on the barriers too? Or they should get electrocuted on the barriers too?
Didn't
yes, they should get electrocuted and blow up.
Wasn't that Dr. Light an emote on our forum or something?
Very likely. Yes.
It seems familiar.
Yeah, please keep the screams.
And yes, they should scream. They should blow up. That's the thing, because in Mario they can't blow up. In this game, you can actually blow up the characters if you hit them with a super shot. They come right back after that, but
Also, Dr. Fresh.
there is a lot to love in this game except for the game.
Daniel said, thought it was the best thing ever getting to play as Robot Masters and see their icons. Super Shots seem cool, and since they destroyed robots. My thing about the Super Shots is I was always sad, you know. What'd you say, you only get 2 per game?
You only get 2 super shots per game. You can go in the options and you can change it, I think, up to 10 super shots, but that only affects like the exhibition matches and stuff. So if you do this story mode, it's not going to change that. So we only have 2 super shots total.
I don't know how to use a super shot.
I think you have to hold L and R and press B.
Dave says, other than the terrible exploits in it, I still love this idea, and maybe someone will do a ROM hack to balance it or something. Mega Man Soccer 2, anyone?
I mean, they found that
4-player beta thing.
Yeah, was that a beta thing, or was that
I think it's beta.
It might have been a beta, and they like also had to mod it or something. I forget.
They tweaked it.
But yeah, it's like because they saw before that they had cut having 4 players in there because that actual game that got released only is 2-player. But 2-player co-op apparently. All right, who should we go after?
Cut me in.
All right, he's the first to go.
Mm-hmm.
And in this game, for the story mode, you have to play as a team full of Mega Mans. But every time you beat a Robot Master, you can get them to join your team.
Oh.
So as you beat up the Robot Masters, you assemble a team of all the Robot Masters, which, again, maybe I'm not thinking of something else, but I assume this is the first game where you could play as a Robot Master.
Am I on your team?
You are on my team. You press Y to pass, and you press B to shoot.
Now I have your power.
All right. So.
Let's see.
Well, so that's B.
We're the blue dots on the radar, so we're wanting to shoot to the goal on the right side and defend the goal on the left side. The computers are usually pretty tough passing and stuff. I think you maybe do like A to do a lob pass, so we'll do that to get it all the way.
Exploit Dave was talking about. I feel like there was some corner shot you could get in.
Yeah, so
over and over again.
Ooh. There's the super shot. There goes the
Kill them!
Yeah, if you go to that corner and you shoot diagonally down, it like the goalie, I think like almost all the time is not gonna catch it.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about the other Mega Man games that we rented. So
Nice.
Goal. So Mega Man 1, we didn't play it till later, like you said, because of the Mega Man Anniversary Collection, and you were excited to play it. So did Dave ever play Mega Man 1 before that collection? Did we just manage to avoid it? I think a lot of people started with Mega Man 2. And then I don't know what our deal was with Mega Man 2, because I don't think we rented it. It must have just been
Good call.
like a Christmas present or something. Or a birthday present, I don't know.
Well, in that one home video, Dave was saying that he was going to get Mega Man 2 for Christmas.
Oh, okay. So Mega Man 2 was a Christmas present. We played a Blockbuster rental first. For Mega Man 1 or 2?
No.
Oh, okay. For 2. Gotcha. 3, we rented like crazy from Tom Thumb.
Okay.
We bought 3.
The big pass.
Did we buy 3 from Tom Thumb?
I feel like no, because I feel like I
don't know. I
was excited when we finally did get Mega Man 3.
I'm not sure. But we rented it a bunch.
Yes.
Mega Man 4,
No.
we did not buy until much, much later. But we rented that. Maybe I should read some of these notes. So for Mega Man 3, Daniel said, remember helping out in 2-player. Gamma is a turtle. Doc Robot's scary, but cool. Was happy to finally get the game for keeps. Dave said, still the best Mega Man game. Rush was never better. Robot Master lineup was hot. And then Mega Man 4, Daniel said, remember, intro was epic. Thought stage select being Mega Man 2 remix was cool. Wondered why we didn't own it. And then Dave said, not a Tom Thumb rental. I had to beg Dad to let me rent it at Skaggs. I had never seen the game in person before, just a Nintendo Power. Skaggs was still around. Does anyone remember Skaggs? Mega Man 7.
Why'd I do that?
We all agreed was a rental as well. And Daniel said, remember being blown away by graphics. 2-player mode was exciting. Don't know if it was in notes or instruction manual. And Dave said, I always like this one, even if it's not the best classic Mega Man. Some of the music is weaker and it kind of faded away with the runaway success of Mega Man X, but that robot museum is so cool. Also, we spent some time in that hidden battle mode. And we got Mega Man X for Christmas because we have the video of that and Daniel being excited for it. X2 and X3, I don't think we ever got, but we did rent those.
Yes, we definitely.
Probably from Tom Thumb.
Sorry.
In X2, Daniel says, couldn't be any stages. Dave says, difficulty felt like it jumped. 3D Sigma head was hard to parse on a CRT. And then for X3, Daniel said, we definitely rented it. Remember being blown away by Zero intro. And remember stage select tune. Couldn't be any stages. Dave says, I think we eventually rented X3, but it was at Blockbuster. I remember Daniel quizzed me out years ago about this, and I kept listing X2 bosses thinking they were from 3. No! So those memories kind of
switch progress
blended together. Hey, but you got a lead, so you basically won.
Yeah. As long as we keep that, we'll be good. Oh, and they wasted their second super shot, so they can't do that anymore. That's too bad.
I turned into a cheese.
Ooh, I thought that was going to be a goal.
No.
And we apparently rented Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge.
Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge?
Which me and Dale might have been too young to remember that, because Dave says it was the very early days of Tom Thumb rentals. I remember I ran into the room to tell Dad I reached 5-star rank, and he was dismissively like, a general already, huh?
Thanks, Dad. Ooh.
That sounds like him.
Snake's Revenge. Dave said, played it and man, it was a mess and not as good as Metal Gear. I never keep this system on the whole weekend. Rental Jurassic Park on Super Nintendo. And there's no save or password, but I was able to finish the game before we had to take it back.
I mean,
Dragmar started collecting NES games in high school because I never grew up with an NES, so I played one first. All the weirdos on MFTG were really into this wacky franchise. Or was that Mega Man? I guess Mega Man 1 in some ways was one of the cheaper ones. But 2, no, I guess 2 is the cheapest or most common.
Yeah, just because
2's everywhere.
So crazy. We've probably already told this story a million times, but and maybe Dave already said this in the chat, but for what was it, the first Goemon game on N64?
Oh yeah, we left that on.
We didn't have the
memory pack,
the memory
or controller pack. Sorry,
and you needed that to save in that game. So, in order to beat it, we had to keep it on all day and into the night, so that we could beat the whole thing in one go.
And we recorded some of it on VHS.
Well, I mean, you know,
that might have been later when we bought it.
A lot of classic parts.
Playball said, "Oh, me and my brother rented Jurassic Park a lot. We left the Super Nintendo on overnight, and just like bad maniacs, to try to beat it, and then realize you're timed to collect the eggs."
Oh man, that stinks.
Oops.
Oh man, I should have just passed.
Dr. Fresh, I had to leave Mega Man X on overnight to save my progress through the Sigma stages. Oh, because like the password takes you to the beginning or whatever.
There's no one up there.
Hey, I think there's a password that can take you right to Iceless in Mega Man.
Yes, there should be a password that just takes you right to the heart area. That's the only part of the game people want to play anymore.
All right, so Snow Bros is a game.
All right, if you get to the corner, Kayla, you do up.
It is a game.
Up and B to shoot.
Snow Bros is a game that we did not rent from TomTom apparently, but the copy that we have
it's okay, you did it fine.
Has a Blockbuster sticker on it, so I guess it used to be a Blockbuster rental. Daniel says played with sister, and Dave says one of the best NES titles.
Oh, that was Snow Brothers?
Snow Brothers.
Fraser Crane like it.
Yeah.
She's a big fan of that game.
Yeah. She does not have fond memories of every game that we had, but she remembers Snow Brothers.
Nick and Tom.
At least the goalies depend on everything.
Oh, and we never bought Street Fighter 2 Turbo, but we did rent it from Blockbuster. And Dave says, amazingly fun to see new moves like Chun-Li throwing a fireball. And Dale said, remember playing at Cousins, Sagat in Bath on cover.
He is, right? E Honda too, maybe?
Oh, yeah. And I'm surprised that we rented Super Mario RPG. I guess we rented it and then
there's no one here.
Bought it later or got it for Christmas or something.
We're winning.
Dave said, pretty sure when we could not get Ogre Battle or Chrono Trigger, we would also be checking for this gem. Big memory size meant it was expensive and hard to find anywhere. But now Super Mario RPG is easy to get, right?
Yeah.
As long as you buy the remake.
They keep re-releasing it. Like that one time.
Oh, no!
Alright, I need to switch games, sorry.
We got to halftime. Yeah, unfortunately you can't change like because you can lower the timer in exhibition matches and stuff, but for this championship mode you have to play with these settings, so.
Hold on to the controller, Kayla. We might need you later.
Okay.
I don't know if we will.
Kayla, we would have won that one.
Alright,
Yes.
so we rented this game a bunch. Dave played it a lot. I don't know if he liked it. I guess we'll read his notes. And he's got a good intro.
Not B-Ball.
Not beef.
We never rented the B-Ball.
Yeah, we didn't play Looney Tunes B-Ball until Multitap.
Daniel says, remember Dave playing it and being amazed. And Dave's notes were, the music would be a good way to torture or stress people out. It looks so cool and on some levels is the best Sonic clone on the Super Nintendo.
Like, I gotta say, this game intimidates me. Again, there was just a lot of games that Dave would play and it seemed like he was really good at them. And like, I would try to play and I would die immediately. another thing that I think of when I'm playing this game now is in Click and Play, when you're doing platform movement objects, you can give them low gravity and make them move around. So it reminds me of a lot of games I made like that, where I would do this because it seemed funny that you could fly around, but it is not a very fun movement to have for a platformer.
This is.
Do you see the enemy though?
Scorpions.
You mean the scorpion? All right, and it's kind of hard to hear with everything else going on, but I think the music that plays when you hit the flag is like some stock celebratory tune that we would hear a lot. So try and listen the next time I run into one of those, I guess.
Nice.
You just killed Wild E.
He'll be.
Wow, we.
Roadrunner. Meep meep.
And I assume for this part you have to have enough, there you go, speed to get up there.
There's one that Dale thought we rented that me and Dave were not. We could not remember renting it, and it was Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, I feel like we would hear it in cartoons and stuff. I don't know where that noise came from. Library sound. But yeah, I don't know why Daniel thought we rented Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage.
I remember seeing a lot of stuff about Rabbit Rampage, and I guess we had the Nintendo Power about it.
Nintendo Power covered this game, and that's probably why Dave was so into it.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Because he had some idea of what to do. They made it sound like a big deal. But I think they did that with everything. Except BB's Kids, apparently.
Release Coyote vs Acme.
Let's see. What else we got on the list? I think that's enough for Roadrunner. Oh, I want to load this. Okay, so I think that's the coolest feature in the game. That you can spam all the Roadrunner dances.
As you should be able to.
10 out of 10. We rented this and we definitely never felt inclined to buy it, and we rented a lot of games from this franchise, Spider-Man. Because we rented Maximum Carnage, I think, Separation Anxiety, Spider-Man and the Sinister Six on the NES, Spider-Man Arcade's Revenge on Super Nintendo. We rented a lot of Spider-Man games.
You know how I said I liked all the rentals we got?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that for this one.
You didn't like it?
The thing is, I can only very vaguely remember this game. I remember seeing the box later on.
Here they are.
And I don't know if the first boss is the lizard or if the lizard is on the box, but this game seems like it has some issues.
Yeah, I was doing the 90s cartoon, dude. That's pretty epic.
Someone, and I mean, you'll see this even more later on, but like, do you have any idea, Mugen, why Spider-Man's eyes are pink? Is there any reason you can conceive of why that is?
No.
Oh, hey, but I will say they're white on.
Ooh, I think we either had a Sinister Six line on this spreadsheet, or wait, what happened? Is Caleb playing one?
So Kayla, if you want to play, wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's fine. I was.
You want to see the options?
Oh, it went to the demo. All right. So press start, and then go to the options by pressing select. He was crying. All these villains he has to capture. All right. So you can be amazing. If you press right, you can be spectacular, but you know what I suggest? Average Spidey.
Average Spidey.
Average
and then
Spidey.
Crank up the lives and continues, even though we're probably going to quit right away. But all right, there you go.
Just in case.
And then, press
the average Spider-Man.
That's Spider-Man's average.
You know, it seems like they included a lot of controls.
I love his walk.
Yeah, he's not the most Spider-Man posture I've seen. I think it's either L or R where you can shoot out your webbing to swing. He's beefy.
I think
he's pretty beefy.
I think we lost Dave's thoughts on this game because
but I gotta say my web.
On the Super Nintendo row, it sounds like he's writing his notes for Sinister Six instead.
Oh, okay.
Because he said, I think the dumpy Spider-Man sprite stole me from the get-go, and it is sick how you hold a punch and just channel pain. And Dave said he never played this one, so maybe that's what happened.
I feel like I must have played this one because, I mean, I guess, what's the Japanese Spider-Man Super Nintendo game called?
Oh, Rented? Okay. Oh, Lethal Foes.
Lethal Foes. This is kind of like Lethal Foes in that as a projectile, Spider-Man shoots like these little webs out.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I feel like that's one of your main modes of attack in this game is to just shoot those out to get enemies. Because you can also do the punch, but you can only do that when you're standing. And I think A does a kick that, so you can do like a jump kick.
Well, Daniel has some really good notes for this game. Sort of remember the lizard.
That's the thing with the cartoon was that that was one of the first episodes.
I want to read the notes for Separation Anxiety. I'm going to start with Daniel and then go to me, and then I want to read Dave's. I think that's the proper order. We did rent Separation Anxiety, which was like the sequel to Maximum Carnage.
This is not doing...
And Daniel said, remember the different symbiotes were really cool to me. 2 players, so I thought it was the better one, even if it wasn't. And then I wrote, I got a used copy from somewhere not Tom Thumb and made a custom box for Dave's Christmas present, mid-late 90s. And I remember being proud of that. And here's what Dave wrote in his section. Crappier Maximum Carnage.
Well, there you go. So, Kayla, I think if you hold up and press X, you'll shoot the little web things out. And then, you can also jump and press A to do the kick.
Whoa.
Or whatever button the kick was is kick it. There you go. Whatever the little thing is, you can just aim up and shoot with that. And then I guess you have to
select.
That still hurts you.
I think you have to go to the right and jump up so that you can go back downstairs when you go to the little section that's open. There you go, right there.
I should have got Dave a better game for Christmas, I guess.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, you see how you're shooting those one webs, and so I don't know. I feel like there's just a very limited amount of things in this game where you can either attach to or whatever, because a lot of the times when he shoots out the web, it just doesn't attach to anything. Nice.
I want to read your Maximum Carnage notes, though.
Okay.
So Daniel said Red Cart, one of those cool games we didn't own. Dave said repetitive enemies, but man, the sprites and bosses were cool.
The enemies in Maximum Carnage are pretty repetitive, but
yeah,
it is better than Separation Anxiety. Ooh, want to take a bath?
No.
It won't kill you immediately. So, is that why is it his eyes? Spider sense. He senses the danger in that tub, which is labeled danger. Oh, and you figured out how to swing. See, this is where you're supposed to swing.
You're fine.
It's for swinging over tubs and fire.
Do you remember Spider-Man Arcade's Revenge?
Not really.
Bad Maniacs rented Spider-Man versus Kingpin on Sega CD. Bring home the bacon.
And I definitely don't remember Spider-Man versus the Kingpin.
Oh, we didn't play that till later. So Arcade's Revenge, Dave is really fond of the commercial because in the liked it column he put, take it up with this guy. And said, commercial is better than the game. You control like you were on ice. Every mutant is finding a different way to die instantly. Daniel said, always wanted to play it after seeing ad on Pride of the X-Men tape. So the commercial did some heavy lifting for that.
Tom Guy, I love when you
swing time.
Like a lot of the times when I look at the posts you make, I see like the first Sigma head on there, and then I see that it's like a person holding it or whatever, and I double check, and sure enough, they're also Sigma.
I don't like those.
Ooh, a game we won't be playing tonight because I think we may have played it too many times on Multitap. 10th Star. And 10 Star we did rent, and I think we bought it from GameStop.
It won't kill me immediately, but it'll kill me pretty quickly.
Spidey bath.
And Daniel said Dave made it look cool and made stories seem epic. And Dave said I bought a copy for sure, and man, this game is great. So many control schemes too.
I mean, yeah,
like never too much 10 Star.
A lot of these games, whether they were rented or bought, I wouldn't play them. I would just watch Dave play them.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was fascinated. I thought they were the best things ever. And again, looking back today and actually playing the games, maybe not as epic as they were in my mind back then.
I think there's one we can all agree has aged well. And I'm going to launch it. And maybe Kayla will have to play it.
All right.
if it loads. Anybody know just from that?
No.
You'll get a pretty good hint soon. I mean, that should tell you everything. Well, it's actually the Mask 1.
No! I don't play this
Hey,
game.
that is the best use of Mode 7 I've ever seen. It feels like I'm putting on the mask.
But
oh no.
Nintendo Power had that contest, right?
No, I have to play the mask.
Be in the Mask
Gross.
2 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that ever happened.
There's the whole story about that. The person talked about who won that contest. And, they never made the Mask 2, or at least they didn't make it immediately. Later, they had the Son of the
Ooh,
Mask.
don't waste your mask juice.
But,
how do you run? One of the shoulder buttons?
maybe. Try L or R, Kayla, while moving.
It still wastes your meter.
There you go.
I mean, that was pretty fast.
So you can do that to speed around the level. The problem is you need to know where to go. So,
Give me money though.
yeah, if you want to save meter, just do your cool strut. You got your hammer. I guess anything besides your boxing glove uses meter.
Well, let's talk about the speedrun is pretty insane. The person, I don't know, I feel like I've watched a Taz in a real-time speedrun, and they're both pretty crazy. Just
Mijin, have you ever watched the Mask cartoon?
ooh, lots of episodes.
They have the Mask cartoon on MeTV Toons, the broadcasting channel that broadcasts nothing but cartoons now.
Does it start at like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m.
It's like
or something?
1 a.m. on weekday, so you have to, stay up.
They've changed that now.
Oh.
I think it's on much later now, or much earlier.
But so like after Multitap some nights, me and Daniel would stay and wait for the Mask to come on, and then right after that I think was Police Academy, and that intro would make us turn off the TV right away.
A lot of cartoons we would only get to see very rarely, so the things that we
would
remember
tape the
most
Mask
are like
too,
1 or 2
definitely.
episodes from each of these cartoons that we would just watch over and over again. And for us, for the Mask, that was Cool Hand Mask. That episode we know very well as the Mad Monkey episode.
Yeah. Dave is the only one who wrote notes for this, and he said the gags were all this game had going for it. I think it's a pretty good game.
All right, so you gotta use your hammer.
alright.
There you go, boom.
Thank you.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty neat game, especially like you said after watching the speed run and how fast you can go if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But even just seeing Kayla play it casually, it seems like it's all right.
Yeah.
That seemed a little unfair.
No.
It's like, I don't know, some of these games have things where like you can look down to see below, but I always hate that where like you have to spend time checking, is it okay if I drop down?
Someone was talking about Mario's Time Machine. Daniel mentioned Mario is Missing, which I didn't realize that we rented that on NES, but
Oh, so you can go in the vents somehow. I don't know what.
Daniel said, all I remember is putting in a code to get to the final battle and Bowser looking weird and small and was easy
I
to
don't know
beat.
how.
Yeah, I didn't look that up again, but
We didn't rent Inspector Gadget Super Nintendo, but our friend had it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he rented it, but we played it at his house. And it's got that knockoff theme song, right?
yeah, well, yeah.
The same one from the Christmas special.
The Christmas special theme song is the one they use for the Inspector Gadget Super Nintendo game, which is a real shame because the theme song is basically the only thing. Maybe you can go in that vent too, I don't know. There you go.
All right.
I like this enemy. Do you see him? And he's just a guy who lays in bed, gets up, shoots back to bed.
Too real.
But yeah, no, the NES version of Mario is Missing. Again, yeah, I didn't try and look it up, but doesn't Bowser look weird in that?
I think he's small.
Like he's a tiny, he looks more like baby Bowser or something.
Dave said we rented this and it was also in the top 3 worst things we rented. Absolute garbage.
Wait, this game?
No, Mario is Missing.
Oh, Mario is Missing. Okay.
Mario on the cover, but trash inside.
Yeah. Well, that's speaking of games that fascinated me, but we never did rent. That was the case for Mario's Time Machine. I saw Mario's Time Machine. Mario's in an incredible machine.
Yeah.
The parts where it was showing parts of history, that was too tiny for me to notice, except for maybe like Abraham Lincoln. So I just saw Mario in a machine. I'm like, why don't we have this? And yeah, I didn't realize that, it had a surfboarding portion.
All right, I'm gonna load a different game because don't know. Kayla might be about to win, but
This first level is a maze, but Kayla's getting through it.
try this one, Kayla. Do you like being whipped around to different games?
Yeah.
And this is the rental experience.
This is real life.
Well, not really,
Yeah.
because how often did we rent games? Just like every weekend or every other
We're
weekend.
cheery.
I mean, you
would have it for a week.
you only had really the weekend to play because otherwise you were going to school the whole time and you had to decide afterwards if you wanted to do your homework or play video games.
Rented this in 5 minutes in the game. I knew I chose poorly. What game was that?
This is on NSO now. They don't have.
Have you heard of this one? I can't say it.
I have never seen that.
Fantasia.
I don't know if Kayla can see it.
She can probably pronounce it too. Tongue twister for me.
Ephemeral Fantasia.
Ephemeral Fantasia. Thank you.
So we owned the NES prequel to this game called Little Ninja Brothers, which was I think the second game in the franchise as far as in Japan, because the first game was oh gosh, I forgot what the first game is called over here.
Hello Blockbuster, I would like to rent the Multitap VHS.
What's up, Cookie?
Hello, Cookie.
Good to see you.
They
We're gonna have to open up a rental store.
They didn't release the third game of this. That was also on Kung Fu Heroes. So yeah, Kung Fu Heroes. I didn't know that Kung Fu Heroes was a thing. We eventually bought that from Rhino Games. I wanted to return it because I didn't like it after playing it, but Mugen was like, hold up, you only paid like $2 or something for it to keep the game. But we own Little Ninja Brothers. We love Little Ninja Brothers. This one we only rented, but it's basically the same thing as far as it's an RPG 2-player. You go around.
What was the deal with
You're
Little
gonna Yokon.
Ninja Brothers? So did we rent that first?
Maybe. I think, did Dave say that he thought we rented it, or
I don't know if he has it in his notes for this.
I don't know, but we definitely bought Little Ninja Brothers early on because it's a game we had for a long time.
Something else I remember about Little Ninja Brothers, though, is
Okay, let's go to the item shop.
it was at like this school, I don't know what it was, but they had some kind of weird, like you could use school themed money to buy things. If you did something good at school, they gave you school money to go buy things, and he bought trading cards and it had Little Ninja Brothers on the trading cards.
Oh yeah, that's I mean, yeah.
I don't remember what those were. They weren't the Nintendo Power cards, I don't think. They were different. We definitely rented the NES game first. I don't remember renting the Super Nintendo game. And yeah, it's the same except unplayable.
Let's see if we can eat one right away.
Because yeah, I remember renting this and or at least
Didn't do the thing.
Did you see that, Mugen?
That's disappointing.
It said that we ate Sweet Bun, we earned HP. Alright, I don't know where we're supposed to go, but
Well, we were just in the city we were supposed to be in.
oh, we're supposed to do something there?
They just said the Yokon was in trouble.
Oh, alright, sorry. Well, we
I
can go back
either
on.
like I vaguely remember
The faces are pretty good.
either we rented this or we bought it used for cheap, and yeah, I was super disappointed because look how slow it is.
It's pretty slow.
A little bit slower than the NES.
It is way slower. And
But
so
look,
I was
lightsaber.
mad.
Lightsaber?
Lightsaber.
Alright, sorry, Kayla. I promise we'll go back to the city and do the thing we're supposed to.
Chug, chug, chug.
And I mean, you can't play Little Ninja Brothers on NSO, but you can play this one.
Daniel said, thought it was only one player even though it wasn't. Yeah, and how did we get tricked on that?
Well, here's my explanation. The NES game is called Little Ninja Brothers. This game is called Super Ninja Boy.
One boy.
And I think it only has the blue one on the cover. I might be wrong.
So as soon as the second boy shows up, it game gets much more chuggalicious.
No, in one player, it's,
but believe
it's
it or
still
not,
slow.
it's still slow. Even in one
Oh
player.
my gosh.
Culture Brain, it's weird because they had a lot of games that sort of played that way or just played in their particular style.
I don't think we're going to play either of the Thriller Gorilla games tonight, but
No.
does anyone remember TNC Surf Designs or TNC2 Thriller Surf Ari?
I didn't remember renting it, but I definitely remembered the box of the first one.
So the men were taken.
Dave said, I wanted to love it, but I hate it. The skateboarding felt impossible. And I guess he only played the sequel. He never played the original. Yeah, I guess we never played the original. We only played Thrilla's
So I guess we
Safari.
gotta go in the cave now.
Gotta go on a mountain. Should we just leave?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, this is just more town.
Uh-oh, time to switch. If you think the skateboarding was impossible, the surfing was even worse. Culture Brain games are all strangely connected. Lots of crossover cameos and generally very similar gameplay. I like the Game Boy fighting games that they made.
Yeah,
Those are good.
Like I never played the N64 games or whatever the fighting game was called.
Well, they
something.
didn't even make the Game Boy fighters, right? It's the same people who make Battle Arena Toshinden,
Yeah, but
or whoever made the portable, the Game Boy one.
yeah, but they
Takara or something.
they use their characters or whatever.
Yeah.
This is a game that could benefit with towns with multiple exits.
The fighting game's called like Flying Dragon or something, right?
Uh-oh, we better switch. Play ball Steez.
But we're gonna go into a cave. And see, it has a lot of the same music from the Little Ninja Brothers NES game.
Here's a question, because it didn't come up.
We can run.
Did we rent Mystical Ninja? I saw a Battle Arena Toshinden VHS sell for $150 because it was graded. $150?
It's graded.
It's graded. So we did rent Legend of the Mystical Ninja, and we must have done it multiple times, and I guarantee, yeah, we just went to the carnival. And then that's all we ever did.
I mean,
They had horse racing, they had Gradius Gradius.
they had it all at the carnival, and that's
and
great
Snake.
because again, a lot of these games, like I said, we wouldn't be able to get very far into the game. So if they have something that great early on,
Nice.
then it's a keeper. It's a must buy.
You want to do some horse racing?
Yes.
I gotta give you that password, I already forgot it.
I'm surprised that you can do that short of a password.
Let me see if I can look up Mystical Ninja. Is Kayla gonna have to put in the password?
Yes, because Kayla is the point person. Kayla is player one.
All right.
Somehow I became player one. I'm not quite sure how that happened.
You're good at entering stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Does it let you pick two
I
players?
can use a computer.
continue.
I take that as a
Oh,
compliment.
no! Continue. Let me relaunch
Kayla, you're
it.
gonna lose your reputation.
She's
I didn't say I was good at
she's good
listening.
at she's good at hitting the buttons.
I hit the buttons. That's about all I do.
You
I
gotta
was
go
ready to start.
Go to continue.
One thing I was kind of confused on when we paused in Scat for NES, it made a Konami pause sound. Did Ultra like publish it or something?
Daniel, the name of the game is SCAT.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Logbook entry, I think. All right. 8. Lowercase h. Uppercase x. Lowercase w.
The WOW again?
And then, well, it's 0 because I guess there's no
Yeah.
O. And then lowercase w. All right. And then I guess whoever's player 2 can hit A.
Well, the Super Nintendo was a little different. You go.
Whoa.
All right. So the important thing is we gotta earn. I mean, I guess if we're just doing horse races, we just have to have some money. So
Let's see if y'all can win it. Well, I mean, I guess it's easy to win a horse race, but it's not easy to win big.
we want to win big.
Maybe you should go to the lottery instead, or whatever it was.
No, horse races, man. Horse races is where it's at.
Don't forget the window money.
I mean, it's a little easier to earn money, like you said, at the lottery. I don't know where the lottery is, though.
This is the rental experience.
Beat the clowns up.
we in Super Mario RPG, when we rented it, I feel like I spent way too much time in Marrymore's hotel. Like, I would just pretend that I was running the hotel. And I really wanted to repeat the 8-bit curtain or whatever in Mario RPG, but they made it hard to. Would you get yourself in debt? I feel like yes. That seems
Right.
vaguely familiar.
So again, he's saying what, it's like 10 per bet. So again, you can bet as much as you want. You press A to
That's probably
put a
what
bet
I
on it,
did.
but you can also back out by pressing B. And this is, you're betting on the last 2 horses to finish.
That was the first two.
or the first 2 horses to finish. You're right.
I spent way too much time in that hotel, and I didn't want to leave.
So you're gonna bet 1?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet down to what you have, so that way we'll be even.
Sounds good.
And then, yeah, press start to confirm your bet. All right, I'm hoping for 1 and 5 to finish first, and Kayla's looking for 3 and 4. Oh my goodness, that looks like 3 and 4. Kayla!
It turns out you can win at the horses.
Kayla wins! Good job.
Should have bet more then.
Well, hey, now you have more to bet.
That's true.
All right, Kayla, what are you thinking this time? Yeah, good job to Kitty.
She did it.
You're thinking 1 and 4 this time?
I won 3.
1 and 3? I'm thinking 2 and 5.
All right.
Did we play any Family Dog
You're only
yet?
about 1? You have a lot of money. Don't you want to make a lot of money?
I'll do 2.
Maybe a little more, you know. No? Sorry.
We didn't play any Family Dog, did we?
Did your bad influence?
We haven't played any Family Dog on the stream yet, no.
That sounds like
What
something
did I bet on? 2 and 5?
play.
2 and 5, yeah.
5's looking a little slow. Wait,
I won 3.
catch up. Wait, 2, 3.
Oh, 2, 3!
Hey, neither of them.
No.
All right, I'd say we go all in this time. What do you think?
All in.
Sure.
All right. What do you think, Kayla? And Mujin, you want to choose for me?
What's the long odds? Oh yeah, 1-5. Put all your money there.
1-5.
You're gonna be so rich.
Oh yeah. 1-5. Kayla's going 2-4. One of us has to be a big winner.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be loaded, Daniel.
All right. They're looking kind of even right now. I think 5's catching up. 5 is catching up, but so is 3. Was that 3 and 5?
2, 3. No.
Not good.
We're broke.
You're broke.
You need more money.
Or you could just play Family Dog instead.
Good idea.
Whose turn to play Family
Okay.
Dog?
Kayla, do you want to play Family Dog? It's kind of a difficult game.
I'll play Family Dog. I think
All right.
you played Family Dog last time, didn't you?
I did play Family Dog last time. All right.
It's only fair.
I'll give you some hints on Family Dog.
It's got a dog.
It's got a dog. You can bark at things and it will hurt them, but your barks are limited.
That's not right.
So use your barks wisely.
This doesn't seem like what a real dog would do. Real dog bark all the time.
Yeah, well,
Do you remember the whole story with Family Dog?
no.
I don't think we ever watched this, but do you remember Amazing Stories? You probably remember Head of the Class or whatever, the Christopher Lloyd thing, where he's a teacher and he
I remember it because you showed me it later.
yeah. I don't think we watched it while it was on TV. But that was like an anthology series or something. I don't know what you would call that, but
Yeah.
they would just play different short movie. Well, I don't
Dog
know
is
how long
got.
an episode was, but Family Dog was part of Amazing Stories at first.
I didn't know that.
And then I guess they made the Family Dog TV show, and it flopped.
Boing.
Yeah, pilot aired years before the series
I see.
aired.
And Danny Elfman did the music for it.
Yeah.
Oh, dog got it.
The icon looks a little sick. So you can do different jumps. Like if you're moving and jumping, I think you don't jump as high. Whereas if you stand still and jump, then you'll jump higher. I don't know why he keeps sniffing the ground. I guess I don't know if that's like supposed to be a funny thing, like the dog does what he wants, or if there's some control to it.
Honestly, do you know what I remember about this game?
What?
For some reason, I thought it was like the funniest and greatest game ever, and I was looking forward to like the next chance to rent it or buy it. And I feel like Dave was very adamant that we never touch this game again. And when we got Click and Play, I was making games that were like, oh, this is what I thought Family Dog was like.
So yeah, no, you perfectly explained, Mujin, how I feel about most of these game rentals, because I remember every one of them being amazing. Every little thing I remember about it being the coolest. And so it's like, yeah, Dave would actually remember that they were not good games, but to me, they seem like the greatest.
Oh, here's what he wrote. He said, I remember laughing for the first 5 minutes and then not playing it again. The kid in the game looks freaky, and it is probably top 5 worst games we ever rented.
Hey, I would be all for a Click and Play game jam. I think
make
Mujin,
Family Dog.
I think Mujin would be too. We just need to figure out the best time to hold it, because I know it's hard with all of us having to live our adult lives to just take a week and go, yeah, this is a good week to make Click and Play games in.
Family dog.
All right, so this part I could not understand. Wait, actually, no, this isn't the frisbee part. This
His
part,
face
I think
is
you
so
just have to
freaky.
run to the right again.
Have to do it again.
Well, at least you made it to that part. I think if you get past that part, Kayla, though, that it does the thing where like someone throws a frisbee and you're supposed to catch it. And when we played this on Dog Tap, I could not figure it out.
A dog tap.
We had Dog Tap.
Who remembers Dog Tap?
I remember Dog Tap.
I live Dog Tap every day.
Kayla lives Dog Tap. Last game day, I attempted popped hard because I got sick for 15 days. After losing all that time, I got disheartened and gave up. Well, yeah, that's like, again, even if we try to choose the most perfect time, I know it's not going to go great for everyone. Everyone has different lives. Someone's going to think that it's a good week and then it turns out being a bad week for them. I guess we just need to pick a time and go for it because that's all you can do.
What was that other game that we saw? We never rented it. We were just looking at different games trying to figure out which ones we rented. What was it? The Rex Surgeon or whatever it was.
Rex Surgeon.
It was a game with teeth in it. Rex Ronan Experimental Surgeon.
Oh.
So we saw a clip from that where he's in someone's mouth, and immediately we thought of Vidiots. We were like, wow, if you like Vidiots in the teeth section, you'll love Rex Ronan Experimental Surgeon.
Kayla, I think we have more time. I say continue.
Oh, okay. So that's why you're in the teeth.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah, clean all the icky stuff, man.
Clear off.
I know I said barks are
smoker's
limited, but I
teeth.
think it's time to go bark crazy, Kayla.
I didn't see any barks until now.
Well,
These are brand new barks.
Yeah, I forget you press Y or A or whatever to bark. There you go.
I never saw barks until now. These are brand new.
Yeah, now if you run into something and you're feeling like, ooh, that's too dangerous for me to jump past, bark at it a bunch and it'll die.
Oh,
My dogs bark for free.
how'd to say?
Ooh, did we read about Nightshade? Because I think Nightshade was a rental. We rented Nightshade, and let's see what people said about Nightshade. What are the people saying about Nightshade? I personally don't remember renting it, but Daniel says profile pics were funny, trying to not die was scary, and Dave almost wrote an essay on it. He said, once in a generation, a title is released that transcends the art form. Nightshade had dark alleyways, comic book sensibilities, TMNT refs, campy humor, fighting scenes, and continued death traps. Will the claws of Sutek rise again?
Good thing you got that all out before the foghorn. Yeah, no. Again, another game which Dave played so well and was so into that, like, everything about it seemed great to me. And it does seem like it's pretty unique. First off, in that it is a totally NES exclusive game. It was not ported to anything else. So if you're looking for a game that was only on NES, look no further than Nightshade. I can't think of any other game that has the game over system it does, where basically as soon as you run out of HP, you don't just die immediately. You get sent to a death trap. That's like in the old Adam West Batman shows, where basically like the first one is you're on a conveyor belt, you're gonna get crushed. And as long as you know to press the right switch, you can get out of it and continue playing the game.
Ooh, this is 2 players simultaneous. And so this was one that Daniel could not remember the... All right, good. You got 2 players. Daniel couldn't remember the title of this. And when he described it, I didn't remember it. And then even when we figured out what it was, I still didn't remember it. But it apparently made some impression on Daniel.
Yeah, so like, you know, it's a 2-player ninja game, and
Ninja Crusaders.
And you're on the streets, which is pretty great enough. But here's what sets it apart from any other game. Kayla, hold your fire button. Scorpion!
Scorpions don't really jump.
So
very
I
far.
don't know if there's a system to it. I don't know if it's random or if it's based on your score or whatever, but every time you do that, Kayla, where you hold the button, you'll turn into different animals. You turn into a scorpion again. Let's see if I turn into something else.
Because I saw a tiger or
There we go.
something.
Yeah. See, this is what I remember most, was turning into a tiger.
It's based on your weapon, says Tom Guy.
Ah, thank you. I'm glad someone actually knows about this game.
And so Dale's notes were 2-player ninja game where you can turn into an animal. Stuck in my mind. And Dave said, we definitely rented this and it was super fun, but also incredibly difficult. I had more time with this than Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, so I guess the sword, because yeah, every time you transform, you don't turn back until you either die or you transform back like this. But I guess with the sword, you turn into a dragon, which is really powerful. It can fly and shoot projectiles. So that must be why it's limited. Let's try it out. Oh, I forgot. I gotta keep holding it.
Nice.
Maybe you rented this while I was in the hospital.
I mean that would explain a lot.
Because I do not remember this game.
But no, it's like this is definitely one of the games where we rented it and then we did not buy it after the fact, and I could not even remember the name of it. I wanted to play it again. I wanted to remember it, but I couldn't. So we had to watch every NES game to see which one it was. And I'm glad it was real and not a figment of my imagination.
Well, then, like, even once we found it, I could.
Wow, Scorpion can swim really well.
There's parts of it that are vaguely familiar, but it's not like everything else where it's like immediately I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that game, or oh yeah, that one. I didn't even know this game existed. Did you create this game?
There's definitely been times where like I'm trying to remember a game from the past and like I feel like I must have made it up or something with the details I remember. So I was so glad that this one was so spot on, because all I could remember was you played as a ninja. It was 2-player. You were on a street for some reason, and that you could turn into a tiger. So it's got it all.
Pretty good.
Got everything you need.
It's got it, everything you want in a game. And like Mugen said, I feel like I probably tried to recreate this in Click and Play because I wanted to play it again so badly.
What other stuff so this is a Sammy game, right? What else did they make on NES? Because I've probably played some of those, but
I don't know.
Is Sammy just a publisher or what? Oh, they published Vice Project Doom.
There you go.
And that one we didn't rent, but it was like a clearance game. So we just had Vice Project Doom for some reason.
Oh, bird can't go underwater.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Bird also can't fight robots.
Yeah, the bird has no attacks, but if it's a level where there's nothing but people on the ground, it's great because then you just fly over everything.
How many different animals are there? So we've seen dragon, we've seen tiger, we've seen scorpion, and we've seen bird.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Are there any other animals? There might be one other one. I can't.
What are the clearance games that
Tiger can't
surprised
swim,
you?
though.
Because I feel like a lot of times we would get clearance games.
Must be Scorpion.
And honestly, like there were some good clearance games in there, but I'm sure there were some that were not so great. The top ones that I can remember were Peacekeepers. I was surprised at how good Peacekeepers was. I was surprised at how good Vice Project Doom was. I was surprised at how good Xena Warrior Princess for the Nintendo 64 was.
Oh, yeah.
And Earthbound. That was a pretty good clearance game.
Not bad for a clearance game.
Oh, what's up, Enemy Spotted? Oh, it's got some good graphics. Vice is so good, and Dale has a good Thunderstorm story about it. See, I forgot about that. I don't know if Dale remembers, but I
It's your
vaguely...
Thunderstorm story.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. Is Dave saying that? Dave, can you tell it, please? Because I
You
don't
were
remember.
obviously you were playing it during a thunderstorm or whatever, and there's some kind of outage, I think. But maybe it was like a power flicker, and then the game came back, and it was still at the same spot.
Oh, cool.
I don't. Was that it, or we were playing it and getting really far? Maybe it wasn't that. I don't know. Dave probably remembers better.
Is that the alien?
I guess.
And the lightning flashes added to the action. But I'm sure at some point.
No.
Well, I don't know.
I got dead.
You got dead.
Yeah, it did.
I chose a bad weapon for the boss. I forget.
And then the game had hyper-realistic blood, and the text said, Daniel, ooh.
No.
And then bang, huge explosion, and the power went out, and welp, no more Vice.
Yeah. There's been a lot of times where it's like oh, there's a thunderstorm. I probably shouldn't be at the computer or playing a video game.
But you just can't stop.
And then there were those few times where, yeah, I must have been playing something so good or something, or getting so far that it's like, well, I can't stop now.
Ooh, okay, so anyone know about this game?
Oh, we're almost there.
Getting closer.
Just give it 2
Mixed with the
years.
Lavender Town theme backward.
Frick.
I didn't remember the music in this. The console flew across the room and attacked me like in the AVGN episode. I thought this game was
It's like Kira.
the coolest game ever.
Raptor.
Yeah, this is Excalibur 2097, where I guess they replaced the soundtrack of the Japanese one with whoever that band is or whatever. The DJ.
Yeah.
They had their name at the beginning, but one time I was playing Need for Speed Underground 2 and I was doing a race and my power started to flicker and the image on my TV started to become smaller in grayscale. I think that's happened to us, honestly. That seems very familiar. Did we used to play NES games on that grayscale TV that we had?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Because you know they would sell those TVs that like their whole selling point was it's like, oh look, it's a small TV, it's a radio.
Yeah.
And the thing was, it's like the reason they were able to sell it so cheap and stuff is like also it's grayscale. But
yeah,
like we would try to hook up anything we could to those.
And they tweaked all the names in this. I want to see if I got notes from Daniel and Dave on this. I said love those tunes in versus mode. Ooh, we should figure out how to do versus mode. Do you have to unlock characters for it?
Maybe.
Daniel said cool music in versus mode where you play as boss is always good. See Captain America and Combat Tribes, which I should read the notes we have on those because those were games we rented as well. Dave said slicing enemies up was an eye-opener. They were proud of the music, but mostly just like cleaving dudes up. Let me see if there's cheats for this. One of the guys is named Tattoo.
And there you go, 2-player duel.
I guess you don't have to unlock anything then.
And there's Tattoo. He's the first boss of the game. There's Chainsaw, Kane, Dr. Blast, Spuke, and Raptor.
Spuke looks like the Joker.
Oh, did exit?
And what did you hit?
I pressed start.
Weird.
Start to exit. Oh, that's weird.
And that is weird.
Your Spuke, which looks like the Joker, and
Oh yeah.
I guess I'll be Tattoo.
We didn't rent
It's like Blanca.
Run Saber, but that was a clearance game, wasn't it? Run Saber.
Run Saber?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
That was a good game.
Run Saber, I don't think we had played
But I don't like that you have things coming out
Strider
your chest.
yet at all. But
I have a vague memory of. Oh yeah, sorry, we didn't play Strider at all.
Because it's like that has some connection to Strider, not where like.
Yeah, it plays a lot like Strider.
And so like later when I played Strider, I'm like, hey, this is like Run Saber.
But it's a 2-player Strider.
Yeah, I mean, hey, 2-player.
It's a really good game, and honestly,
The clown's proud of himself.
Kayla wins.
wow.
Spuke.
I vaguely remember we like lost it at some point, I think.
Run
Because
Saber.
it either lost it or I thought it was broken because I thought I would never get to play Run Saber again, but we either found it or fixed it or something.
I'm
Because
Kane.
Kayla's Kane.
I really like Run Saber.
Whoa, you can throw your hat.
Oh, and Kane seems pretty cool.
Kane seems
My Turtles in Time got lost. Oh no! And see, that's the one that we stole the manual for. The rental Turtles in Time, but
You just sending your aura at me?
I guess, yeah. I thought
We
you
must
could
have
see
bought
my
it later
projectile
or
at first,
something.
but then you couldn't see it anymore.
It's a bit weird.
Kayla's learned the power of Honda. Oh,
we lost Gauntlet Legends N64 somehow.
no. No! Kayla's too good.
And Dave thinks it fell in the trash can. Or wait, no, maybe that's what we think. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, in what used to be one of Dave's rooms, we had the N64 up on like a shelf thing,
Yeah.
and then right below it is a trash can.
Well thought out.
Oh wait,
Dr. Blast!
I think Tom Guy was trying to tell you not to be Dr. Blast, and I think I see why Dr. Blast seems like he's he doesn't do much. He cowers.
No, but once you do something with him, I think he can like transform or
okay,
something.
yeah, you might try things with like L and R and
I forget. I thought
Chainsaw seems like he's pretty strong.
I thought Dr. Blast was like cheap from what I remember.
Well, so far he's I mean he actually hurt me quite a bit, but I do have a Gatling gun. Yeah, maybe I have to hurt. There we go. That's why I had to keep hurting him until he took his juice. Oh man, now he's a scorpion bug thing. Oh jeez.
I think my disc tube
Oh hey, but I'm changing too.
of Lunar Star Story fell in the trash. It was never found. That sucks.
Oh.
Because yeah, I remember this character being annoying because he starts off weak and then it's like, oops, now you can't beat me. But hold up, Chainsaw's about to do it.
Chainsaw looking pretty good. And look, intimidation spin. Intimidation block.
Oh, nice.
Good job,
Get
Chainsaw.
squished, bug.
Chainsaw defeated Dr. Blast.
Did we pick everyone?
No. Double Raptor.
Double Raptor. Isn't Raptor just evil main character?
Let's see.
Like his twin brother?
Holy cow, you're right.
Kind of.
But see, he does sort of like a fire against the floor instead of a wave.
Geese with a sword.
Yeah, got kind of a Terry Bogard geese thing going on. I like that big swipe. Psychosonic.
They are proud.
I mean, how can you not be with tunes like this? Ooh, ooh, ow. I think Kayla is the superior Excalibur player. Defeated me with basically
your
every
reward
character.
is to play Zombie Nation on the NES.
Okay.
Oh, Kayla, that's not a reward.
All right. So there's a lot about this game. What is the Japanese one? It's like you're a Tengu mask.
No, you're Tango Mask.
Yes.
But then I guess they just changed it to Zombie Nation, where you're a floating head.
I mean, I don't know enough about Tengus. I know about Tengu Man. Maybe it's like the same thing, right? Are Tengus... Well, they're like supernatural at least, right?
Well, so we rented it. Here's something really, really funny, and so I made a really convoluted spreadsheet for everyone to take their notes that I've been reading tonight. And Dave wrote this about Zombie Nation. Bleak, ugly, and stupid. Undeniably the worst NES game we rented. I lost interest in like 30 seconds and never will play it on purpose again. Just torture. And I have liked it columns for every game, and Dave put yes in the liked it. But it was a mistake. He did not mean to put yes in there.
But he
No, he
didn't
definitely
fix
liked it.
No, so he tried to.
Okay.
But remember, this is a confusing spreadsheet. In the rental column, he wrote, "No, I meant no."
Is that true, Dave?
He meant to put that in the liked it.
Oh, I guess he didn't rent it then.
You didn't rent it, but he played it
We
and you
did
liked
rent
it.
But yeah, Dave did not like this game.
Music's pretty jamming.
And Daniel said, remember Dave and Mugen talking about this, don't remember seeing it, and wondered what they were talking about.
Yeah, they always talked about this game where you played as a flying head destroying buildings.
Oh, and you're a samurai, apparently.
I'm
A
like,
zombie samurai.
What? Well, yeah, see, they he spits.
But is it really that bad?
I don't need to help those people.
No, then see, he's helping people.
Let's...
Like, it looks kind of impressive as far as the things you could break. In that sense, it's a lot like Rampage, I guess. But
Maybe we were too harsh on this game.
like, I mean, I don't know, because
Ooh, it seems tricky, though.
It also seems slippery.
yeah,
Like,
that looks hard.
It seems difficult, but does that mean it's a bad game?
But you can continue and you get right back into the game.
Yeah. It seems alright.
This is what like a lot of space shooters are like, where it's like even if you get health, usually you die pretty fast.
Oh, wait, yeah, Kayla, how does it control?
Like butter.
Well,
Butter good or butter bad?
Butter bad.
Tom Guy says it has ice physics.
That's
so I guess
exactly
it
how
doesn't
it
control very
feels.
good.
Yeah, I suppose both butter and ice are slippery, so you don't want to get butter on the controller.
No, please don't use butter on your controller. Not unless you plan on eating it.
Did they change the music from the Japanese version?
I don't know.
For some reason,
Yeah, it's
I feel like they might have, but I don't know.
It seems alright.
The skulls look pretty great. I guess that's my biggest problem with it is even though it would make it the same as all the space shooter games, I think I'd rather be playing as a spaceship than a floating head.
They changed one of the bosses, the rest were perfect day one.
Oh. Okay, so the lightning bolts are the only thing that instantly kill you. Everything else is taking your health. You are getting a little low, but you know, you're not dead yet. And that guy's running. I don't know if he healed you or what, but your health went up a little.
The US version was released a month later, as both versions only have differences between the sprites, with the Japanese version having a Tengu mask belonging to Japanese folklore. US has major graphical and story changes, replacing the Tengu mask with a decapitated samurai head. Aside from the differences, both games are practically identical, with the Japanese version having only a few major differences. The player must obtain the rapid fire ability. In Zombie Nation, the player starts with it. See, they made it better.
That's good.
The main character sprite is not that of a flying samurai head, but that they already mentioned this. Yeah, the Tengu mask, okay. Boss of round 1 is an evil Statue of Liberty in both games, but with slightly different sprite. Instead of being green with snakes in place of its crown in Zombie Nation, it's red and has a normal crown.
What a change. Oh.
Are you at the Statue of Liberty?
I think Kayla might have made it. Oh, never mind. Stage 1, part 2.
Like, I feel like we hated it because it was difficult.
I mean, hey, again,
and I guess it's not that engaging to play as a floating head. Stage 1, the sequel.
Yeah, that was so, because I guess for those ones you have to break the things, and I don't know if they're always at the bottom.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get to see the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, hold up, let's see where she continues at.
All right.
And she's at the second part. So,
the continues are generous.
Yeah, you know, I think she can make it.
Am I shooting eyeballs?
This is the game you would see a character playing in the background of an adult comedy movie. It sounds like it too. Zombie Nation. Samurai Zombie.
Man, it really hurts. Never. Do they just turn off and on? I don't know.
Mary.
I guess they just turn off and on, so you just gotta wait for the right moment. You still had 4 more continues.
Alright, I'm souring on this game. Level 1 tricked me. Alright, Kayla, you gotta be extra careful. We want to see that Statue of Liberty.
I'm trying, man.
All the pressure's on you. Remember, we have to return this game by Friday.
Don't forget we buttered your controller.
No! Did you use butter or margarine?
Just pretend it's Cuphead. Oh, no, Cuphead wouldn't touch that.
I didn't try to touch it. It just happened.
Big oops. But don't worry, you still have 3 more continues.
I literally am just touching the building. Is the building being lit?
No. There's a lightning thing that it's off for a minute, but then it turns back on.
Yeah.
You mean these things?
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch
I was not touching it.
All right.
Yeah, you did. Don't touch it again.
I was in the middle of a building.
Well, you went back a little bit and you just barely touched it, but it's okay. It's okay because again, it won't happen this time.
That doesn't seem right.
Not gonna happen.
It's showing me how far I am. Oh my gosh.
Oh, go. There you go. Oh, yeah. Safety line.
Well, see, that's what makes it so hard. They completely disappear until they start coming back.
But they come from the top of the buildings. Come on.
But some of them are at the bottom where there's no building.
No, there's a little sliver of the building.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think you understand this game like
No,
I do.
I see what you mean there. I'm just, ignoring all the clues.
Dead. All right, Kayla, you're doing good. Don't get hit anymore.
Try not to.
You're halfway there.
Why didn't you dodge that bullet?
That's fine. You got what? One more.
How slippery is it? Which button?
Legion wants to take a crack
The bottom
at it.
button is the fire button.
Okay. Where's lightning?
Who would have thought?
Wait, what are you
Samurai
supposed to do
Zombie
with the
Nation.
people? Are you supposed to pick them up?
Some of them
Well,
fall out of a building and say help, but
If you grab them while they're shooting at you, it won't work.
Oh,
You have to wait till they're falling off.
Legion's.
Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna get zapped! Oh wait!
All right, you barely got under it. But remember, they're gonna reappear. Legion's been having too much of a good time watching us play the games, getting the experience I had watching Dave play the games. He's got to play the games. He's got to
Just-
remember.
Can I slip
the
under
games.
that one?
I guess so. So there you go. All you have to do is slip under him. Easy peasy.
The head is big, but it has a small hitbox.
And I mean, that's something I definitely did not grasp for a lot of games, especially of the shooter variety, is that they would sometimes have smaller hitboxes.
Ooh, but what you gonna do about this, champ?
Oh, hope that stops. If I remember correctly, these are brainwashed Americans, and you can only rescue them after they start falling. So yeah, just like Caleb was saying. So only when they say help, then you can help them. Otherwise,
what does the other button do? Anything? Oh, ooh, I missed it. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
that really hurts.
Oh. Help. Can I get some health? Ooh.
Very-
I think somehow you're able to get health back. I don't know how. I don't know if it's just based off of destroying.
Am I out of
things.
continues?
I think you got one more continue.
No, I don't know. I thought it was out.
He kind of
Is
looks.
this the beginning of the stage?
Yeah. So because Kayla beat the first stage, but then this one, I guess,
I'm
you have
just
to go
stuck in
all
the
way through.
building.
And like she said, in the bottom right, it shows your progress.
I think as long as I never get zapped, but I missed one of them. I feel like if I didn't scroll fast enough, then that was it. So where was that one? Should I always just be hugging the right?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes they turn on even when you're on the right side. So you just have to be aware of the timing, I guess. Because they flicker a little before they turn on.
Yeah. Some you can't cheese.
Tom Guy says you have to eat the people you put in your pocket to restore health. So maybe that's what the other button does. Dave says, here's how to recover drop game and return box. Remember return boxes?
Ooh, yeah. Did they have a slot like that at Tom Thumb?
I wonder. I feel like they might have. Because they were located near the entrance, and Dave says they did, so...
Like, okay, I understand what about the slippery ice controls, but honestly, controls alright.
Mutant approves of the game so far.
I don't like how difficult it is, but... Ooh, yeah. Gotta look for the line.
Well, yeah, and see, that was a good thing, because, you know, sometimes if you were playing a game to the very last minute and you know, the store closed before it was time to return it, then that way you could slip it in before the next morning.
Yeah.
Show up like a couple hours before opening.
You know what it controls a lot like?
What?
This Three Stooges Crackers game. It's kind of like going home to an old friend.
I think it was only inside from what I remember. No drive. All right, so never mind what I said. You can't do that. You have to return it while the store is open.
Yeah, because I don't remember there being a slot. Blockbuster had this slot,
but no, he said there was a slot, but it was inside the store.
Oh,
and that might because some you know how these grocery stores.
Did we get to the Statue of Liberty?
Maybe. Oh.
Those are snakes on her head.
Yeah, green with snakes. So like
she smelled like Medusa.
That was the opposite of what I was hearing.
I wonder if it would let you continue here. But I'm out, aren't I?
Unless it has a 0 continue. Maybe you earned a continue.
Well, am I supposed to hit her the eye?
Good question.
All right, well, we need to move to a different game. Here you go.
Well, yeah, like Blockbuster
took all the continues.
Blockbuster had slots on the outside. I'm sorry, Tom Thumb is what he's saying had the ones on the inside, but Blockbuster definitely had slots on the outside.
I think honestly, I played everything that I wanted to play tonight, so I have to just pick random games. World Champ was one that we ran in a lot. Wolverine, Trog we ran in a bunch. Toxic Crusaders we rented. Totally Red. Tiny Toons, Tinstar, Tiny Toon Cartoon Workshop, Super Mario All-Stars we rented and we never bought it.
Super Mario All-Stars was one of those games which it seemed like the most amazing thing as far as it being a remake of the NES games and a collection of all those good Mario games. So I'm like, I was surprised it took us so long. We did not buy it until way after the fact. But we sure as heck rented it.
If you like Zombie Nation, Dave, you're gonna like this one, Sink or Swim. But Dave says we didn't rent it. I swear we rented this game.
When we were looking at games, you were the only one who recognized this one.
Because I remember we thought the tile sequence was really funny. This and the game was awful.
Maybe you thought it was fun.
I mean, this was the best part.
Is this made by the same people who made like what is it? Super Pond, or what's he called? James Pond? It looks like an Amiga game.
I think it is an Amiga game. Well, we rented PageMaster, and I remember the cheat modes in PageMaster were super easy to activate.
Well, yeah, but that was what was so cool because we rented the Page Master and then
We figured out the cheat.
you figured out the cheat. Which did you look up what the cheat code is?
No, I was just. Well, I think it's just holding buttons or something. I can look it up.
You do something on the world map. You only have to press a few buttons, and so because we love mashing buttons, I guess we found it, and it puts you in like a level select or a level warp or something, right? And so it felt amazing that it's like, oh, we found a cheat code. We didn't have to look it up. I don't know what you're supposed to do in this game, Kayla.
It's
I'm
like
sorry.
warnings.
Press BAX select and start while playing the game to select any level. Is that seriously all you gotta do? Do you want to try that?
BAX select.
I don't
and
even know
start.
how to play this game.
Well, we're talking about the Page Master. This
Okay.
game, we have no idea how to play.
And Dave's notes for Page Master were all I remember is pain. And Daniel said finding cheat felt amazing.
All right.
I think you just hold BAX select and start because I kind of just remember holding everything.
VAX select and start, and you have to do it when you're on the map, or
I don't know.
remember the Page Master?
I kind of remember pausing to do it, but I don't know.
Remember the movie?
No, I did not pay attention to the movie.
Dragmire says that he remembers seeing it with Jazz.
So-
all right, try it here.
Well, I would get to the level
Oh,
first.
sorry.
I
All
feel
right,
like.
never mind. Mutant says do it on the level.
We'll try it, but honestly, I feel like we tried this on a different multi-tap and I couldn't even get the cheat to work again.
Oh no. And it'll work.
Hold BAX select and start. Dave stole our games and that's a disaster, but at least we still have the Page Master.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember what I did.
Well,
I feel like I just held all the buttons. And then I was like, oh my god, I figured it out.
Maybe you have to beat the level or something.
Left up, start B, right, A. It says pause the game, left up, start B, right, and A. Their codes don't even seem to work. You can try it, but
Mugen, what if we rented a cracked version of the Page Master?
you think it's a hacked Page Master?
I don't know. For some reason, I remember the map, but maybe that's just because it takes you to the map after you put in the password.
Get ready for the torture chamber.
Well, that must
It was a rare dev card with debug. I like that's what's funny is because I remember doing this on another multi-tap stream and we couldn't get the cheat to work no matter what we tried, and it's like, well, because it wasn't that easy. But we did something. I don't know what we did. Here, I'll play this for you.
Whoa.
I want to talk about the Page Master birthday party that I had too. So what tape did we have that had the Page Master trailer?
That's a good question.
Sort of
I
race.
don't know.
Because there's some tape we had that had that Page Master trailer and it made the movie look amazing. So I feel like we were talking about the Page Master a bunch. And so for my birthday, Mom set up like rows of chairs in front of our TV and got some popcorn popped and invited some of my friends from school and some of the neighborhood kids. And we had like a fake movie theater set up, and she bought the movie brand new to watch, and it turns out afterwards that everyone was disappointed.
But hey,
But they had fun at the fake movie
yeah,
theater.
it's like just that made because I remember when we would do stuff like that, like we would play what's the plane simulator game called, and we would act like we would set up a cockpit with multiple chairs
Yeah.
and have people in the back that were passengers on the plane while the person in front was the pilot. Any stuff like that we did is like would make even games that were terrible or movies that weren't so good.
Yeah.
It would make them a lot more fun. Kayla, you have a big car.
Yeah, the big car.
So this one we definitely rented. We rented all of the Power Rangers games pretty much.
I mean, how could you not?
The first one, the fighting, the movie. On this one, Daniel had some notes, and I think Dave had some notes. Daniel said one of the few besides Mega Man 7 I remember seeing at the rental section, Gold Ranger. And Dave said, we rented it once, really disappointed and tainted my already teetering opinion of Power Rangers Zeo.
Zeo is our hero.
I'm going to read the notes we have for the other Power Rangers games. For the first one, Dale said, Skeleton first boss. They look buff when transformed in game. Dave said, love this game. Power Rangers having some basis in the area really enhanced the excitement. I guess he means like Dallas area. The Megazord stuff was a mind blower. Did Power Rangers have a Dallas presence, or was that VR Troopers?
We are VR.
We are VR. And then I wrote, we own a former rental copy of Power Rangers Fighting, but I think we played this more at a friend's house. Rocky, Aisha, Adam were all DFW residents. Oh, there you go. That makes sense. Daniel said Lipstick Boss is what he remembers from the movie game. Or no, the fighting game.
That's what I remember. I remember playing the first Power Rangers later and being like, what? It's not 2 players? And then it's like, oh, the movie one is, though. So,
but it does have Bulk and Skull.
If you want Bulk and Skull, you gotta play the first one.
Dave says, for some reason, I think this was a Blockbuster copy, but we rented the Zeo Ranger Racing at Thumb, so maybe not. Neat game, and we were gobbling up the fighters at the time, so all the villains were exciting to revisit. We had this Super Nintendo fighting game. We completely avoided Sega stuff until 2003 or 4. Somewhere in like, it might have been like 2001. I don't know. It's somewhere in that 2002 to 2004 window. I got a used Dreamcast because I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at a local arcade, and I was like, whoa, this game has Mega Man in it, and Roll, and Tron, and like all the X-Men people. Like, I had played Children of the Atom in the first Marvel vs. Capcom, but I was just, you know, the roster size of MVC2, I was like, ooh, we need this game. So we didn't get any kind of Sega stuff until that Dreamcast. My friend gave me his Genesis and all his games at some point, and then that's when I started buying Genesis games, but that wasn't until like 2005, I think. And so we didn't have much Genesis or Sega in our household.
But you know, it's weird because as much as Dave was all about Nintendo forever, he seemed to know a lot about these games like Metal Gear Solid and Resident Evil.
Yeah,
and Parappa the Rapper.
As soon as we got that Dreamcast, he was like, "Oh, where can I get a copy of Shenmue?" He started. That was the Shenmue machine for Dave.
Nintendo betrayer.
I got the record, Kayla.
And then I think I imported Shenmue 2 for Dave. What was that CD that you had to use to play Shenmue 2? The like Game Shark with the lady and I don't remember. It might have been a Game Shark or something.
Game Shark.
All right, let me load a different game. Should I do Nightshade?
This one doesn't seem so bad. Nightshade?
Oh, and there's the Utopia boot disc. But before that, I don't know what boot disc we were using. I think it was a Game Shark. Oh, wait, you don't want to play that one?
I mean, I'll play.
Wait, what's the next track? This one?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Is this Ghost Valley?
It's fine. You can switch it to whatever, but
yeah, Utopia is the one that's got the 3D reindeer.
You did it on accident. I'm doing it on purpose. Power Rangers.
This seems like a much harder course. Like those first ones, there was no pits.
We could explain Mickey Mousecapade.
Oh,
because that one I don't even know if we rented.
I don't remember ever renting Mickey Mousecapade. I remember we had a sticker of it, and I guess those stickers come from Nintendo Power? Oh wait, this is
Mickey Mouse.
This is Mickey Mousecapade.
No, so on the spreadsheet you said that we rented this, but me and Dave said we did not rent this.
Yeah. So I was talking about the Super Nintendo game, Mickey Mania. Mickey Mousecapade. I remember this game because I'm like, oh yeah, you play as Mickey Mini 2-player game, very fun. It's not 2 players.
Well, and our cousins had it for sure, and so we played.
Like Minearland.
We played our cousin's copy, but I don't think we ever rented this.
You know, the crazy thing is I saw Eno play through this whole game, and I still have no idea how to play, besides the fact that I can make them jump. Maybe they get a weapon later or something, I don't know.
Oh wait, there's a new Superman movie, so we have to play this next one, right?
Okay.
This one we rented for sure.
Do you want to see a Superman newspaper?
Superman?
Sorry, I'm kind
Daily
of
Planet.
jumping
through them. There's no way I'm getting through all
I
100.
didn't know what to do.
I don't know how many people played this. This is Justice League Task Force. We all agreed that we rented this. Dave did not like it.
There was a lot of Super Nintendo fighting games that were really slow.
Is this one of them?
Dave said, I remember wishing Batman controlled better. The game felt like Batman versus Superman and a bunch of other jerks no one cares about.
Ooh, I don't know. Do we want battle or versus? I assume versus.
Versus.
We'll try that first.
Maybe. Oh, and see, we were trying to figure out, because they did Blackthorn on Super Nintendo, right? And we were trying to figure out, because we had the DOS demo for Blackthorn. I don't think we ever played it on Super Nintendo, right? Or rented it.
Probably not.
We might have just played that on the computer.
All right. So I know you were excited about the Flash's music, Mugen. Is that what you wanted to hear?
No, do Superman or Batman.
I want to do Superman or Batman, but you want to do the Flash.
No, do Superman or Batman.
Oh, okay. We'll do Batman. I sort of remember the Batman one a little bit more.
The Flash one's just atmospheric noise. And there's tumbleweeds, and it's, yeah. I don't know, I kind of want to see the tumbleweed now.
So, you know, Superman can fly. Pretty cool. Batman, I'm pretty sure, can fly around with his grappling hook, but, you know, you have to do actual, like, fighting game motions for it. I think it's mostly stuff, though, like, backwards and forwards.
Oh, back and forth.
So, like, if you do a backwards Hadouken with A, Kayla, that's what I did to fly, so maybe that'll do the grapple for you. Oh, wait. If R does it too, so maybe just all my punches, or...
You're telling the wrong person to do a Hadouken.
Justice League Task Force. Martha.
Super Punch. I feel like I have freezing breath too, maybe.
You'll find the controls leave something to be desired. Oh, here, I'll try doing all the Batman moves.
Oh, sorry.
What are the punches and the kicks?
That tingle.
Punches, I think,
super
are
win.
Y, X, and L.
Is it 6 buttons?
Yeah.
Alright, so he's got a batarang. And this.
There you go.
I
That's
remember that being annoying, but it's easy enough to stop. Back and a kick. Twin kick? I can't do it. Is that it?
Yeah, maybe the first kick has to hit.
Well, Batman's no Superman.
Well, we all knew that.
Grappling hook stomp.
I think the concept
so
of this
slow.
fighting game is interesting. But,
Is the dive kick an air move? I hope
Is
I'm getting
Jushin not-
walled by Superman.
Probably.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cross
He jumps up and then...
oh, got
He seems
Batman.
super
All right.
good.
So, yeah, I'm glad we could figure this out. Superman is better than Batman.
Go see his movie in theaters now. What else did we got? Dave thinks we didn't rent Jetsons Cogswell's caper, but me and
I
Daniel,
disagree.
No more Cogswell.
we think we did. Oh wait, this one we rented. I don't know how many times we've played this on Multitap, but Darkseid, Wonder Woman's husband.
Darkseid, as you can see, is opposite of Wonder Woman on the select screen.
They're keeping them far apart. Let's see. Yeah, this one. I wanted to read the impressions or whatever for this one.
Oh, this is perfect. I'm glad we're playing this because Kayla, you've never played Double Dragon 3, right?
No.
This is, again, I remember things about this game, so I know we rented it or played it somehow. You can earn other characters and stuff, but
2A or 2B?
We're gonna go with 2A. I don't know if it's right.
Bimmy and Jimmy!
There's Bimmy and Jimmy. This is NES exclusive if you want to read Bimmy and Jimmy. There's more to the story though than just Bimmy and Jimmy. But the thing is, Kayla, this game is incredibly difficult. In the other Double Dragon games, they can be sort of hard, but the thing is, at least, you know, to beat up the enemies, you just have to hit them a few times. In this game, the enemies take a lot of hits, and you get hurt really fast. So let's see how well we can do.
Daniel says, I remember thinking Chin was powerful. Dave says, Bimmy and Jimmy, I was so glad in the eventual AVGN videos someone else noticed.
Yeah, let's see if we can hit each other.
I still cannot get far in this game, but it's very unique among the series.
Yeah, like, you know, they added some new attacks, and as far as I could see from like speed runs and stuff, or maybe just what Fui was telling me, it seems like the best move in this game is the flip attack, where you jump over their head and then you flip them. I don't know, yeah, if you just press like jump and jump again, or maybe I just have to press one button. Oh geez.
Ooh, and we rented Chip and Dale apparently. Thank God for Rewind. And Dave said, Mom never fussed about renting Capcom or Nintendo games. She was worried if other people made them, they would be too crappy or we would beat it in 5 seconds. This game was very beatable, but it is a blast still.
Wait, which game?
Chip and Dale.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, I definitely like games where we could actually, you know, win more than a few levels, and in the case of Chip and Dale, probably beat the whole game without too much problem.
All right, I'm going to start reading impressions, and then y'all have to guess the game. How's that sound?
Okay.
How do you spell Legend? This game has it all. Insane multiplayer, slapstick humor, Olympic minigames. And Daniel says, didn't know how to start fire. Most fun was setting the stakes. That should be pretty easy to guess now.
I couldn't think of what
Game
it was,
games.
Oh, Kayla said it.
Oh, she said gaming games?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to guess or no?
I guess you won that one.
yeah, you got it. It was Caveman Games.
All right, how about this one? The bear was cool and the llama boss. And I said better than Clay Fighter, question mark. The bear was cool and the llama boss.
I'm pretty sure there's probably only one game with a llama boss.
It should be easy to look up. Not Time Killers.
Good guess.
Close.
Also a fighting game.
Ish.
Oh man, that's it for me. All right. So what do you think, Kayla? Hard game?
Yes.
we got past the first screen and that was it.
Well, okay, we rented this one, I think, and we probably bought it later. But I remember being obsessed with this game.
Okay.
And they put it on Rare Replay.
Digger to your
You can play it on Rare Replay.
Daniel's notes were, had a dinosaur. And Dave said, so difficult. The fact you could chisel away at a rock forever and it would eventually break was kind of mind-blowing, since a lot of NES games were a bit more instantaneous with their feedback. And there's lots to explore and lots of ways to die.
So that's cool.
like a book.
Was that a prank?
By the way, the game with the llama boss was brutal Paws of Fury or Furry. I don't know.
One or the
It's supposed to be Fury.
One or the other.
It's got one R.
Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Good job. Games are for fun. Krusty's Super Fun House we rented. I think we played a little bit of that during the Simpsons stream. And Dave said, like all Lemmings games, I'm real bad at this, and it made me sad that outside of Bart's Nightmare, most Simpsons home console games did not look this good. So I guess Dave liked the graphics.
Dude,
Bad ideas.
that wasn't good.
Now I have a different impression of this game because I agree that mosquitoes are the worst enemy in life.
They're so bad.
True to life.
Oh, and Dave thinks we never rented Little Nemo. Which, I mean, maybe. Sesame Street 1, 2, 3. I don't think we rented any of the educational Sesame Street games, but I don't know who bought this one or if it was a clearance game. Next time I get a mosquito bite, I'm ripping the limb off for real. Are you stuck?
I'm trying to break the rock, but even with dynamite, it was no luck. Oh, I should have used the ladder, I guess.
I remember fighting the T-Rex in this.
Yeah, I don't know if the T-Rex is at the end of this level or the rock's not gonna drop, right?
Was this like a Christmas gift or a birthday present in this one? We did not rent this game, but we had it.
Yeah, this one I remember having a long time.
I know what happens.
It speaks to you. Christmas special, so we must have got this for Christmas or something.
One thing that confused me about this game was that when you're selecting things, you don't press up, down, left, and right. You just keep pressing the control pad, and then the little bird goes in a sequence to the different windows. And I guess they did that so that the controls were simpler, maybe?
Ernie. Pay attention.
But it just frustrated me because, again, like if you wanted to go to the window below from the start, if you press down, it doesn't matter. Little bird flies to the right.
They want to make it easy.
Find the count.
Do you think they play tested it and some kids were just going up and down over and over again?
Yes, I could see that. And again, yeah, it makes sense to me because I've seen our nephew play games now. And, I could see where if he was just like mashing the directional pad without any... Oh wait, what did he say?
I didn't hear him.
Oh. He probably said Bert.
Wow, good call.
Wow. You found Bert. Now
No, we didn't rent this one. I don't know why I loaded up. Sorry. We did have it.
All right, he said Grover, but what if I pick Bert again?
that's Bert.
We did rent Mario is Missing, which I already talked about.
Someone else, Daniel.
We rented MC Kids.
Oh, MC Kids, I felt, as far as games that I really remembered thinking that they were like legendary or great games that we had to have, MC Kids was up there.
Why do kids like McDonald's so much? Is it the clown?
1 or 2 player, Daniel.
Well, it's a 2-player game. I think it's alternating, maybe. You don't play at the same time, but but it's fun. But it's fine because it's still kind of an adventure.
Don't
Oh,
wait up for
Global
me.
Gladiator. She that one's
Better not come in the
2-player.
tent. Well, the moon has a smile.
So Dale's notes for this game are thought the game was legendary. And Dave wrote, I thought the platforming was slippery and stressful, and the inclusion of an old fry in the case was really unnecessary. I think he made that part up.
Ronald's magic back. Sorry, this part I probably have to advance. There we go.
I was impressed with the tall Ronald sprite.
I mean, he's bigger, you know. He's an adult, I guess, so. And you're just a Mick kid with a really big head.
But is it Mick Kid or MC Kid?
Oh, I don't know what I used to say, honestly.
On the box, I think it's like M.C.Kid.
And here's the other thing I forget, because you need cards for levels, right? You don't have to get... Do you have to get every card, or do you just have to get enough cards? But I don't think you can just skip cards completely.
You said you needed 4, I think.
4 cards. Okay.
But maybe that's just to get through a world.
And there's some other weird thing about the physics and stuff of this game, like that spring back there, you have to be holding a block for it to like go all the way. I don't know if I can go upside down with a block.
I can't play this game anymore since everything nowadays is over $2 at McDonald's. It's too depressing.
I see.
MC Kids.
But this is also amongst those games where I would look at it and start wondering, why does it look so much like Super Mario Brothers 3?
It's inspired.
We rented G.I. Joe the Atlantis Factor a bunch. I don't think we bought Tom Thumb's copy, but we got it eventually.
Thanks. My turn.
And Daniel said, love seeing all the Joes and their powers.
I
Probably
like that.
only the swimming one.
We can play.
Well, so yes, like if we try that game on this stream, I'm not sure I could beat the first level of it because the boss is so hard.
Let's try it. Oh wait, hold up.
Well, yeah, wetsuit is like one of the first Joes you earn. So like that's probably the only one I saw. But it plays like cool music and stuff when you're in another G.I. Joe character.
Honestly,
between them.
I think what I kind of agree with Ocelot.
Wow.
I don't get ice cream at McDonald's that often, but every time I've tried, I've gotten the ice cream.
Now hold up. Yeah, have you been through the drive-thru before and they say, "Oh, sorry, we're not serving ice cream right now"?
No.
Really? Well, I
haven't been to McDonald's in a while, but
I don't ask them for their ice cream. I got better options.
Well, I guess you all found the solution to the McDonald's ice cream problem.
I'm just
Don't get it.
every time that I do try to get ice cream, it seems like I get it. So I don't know, but I don't try that often.
Yeah, I think you need to try your luck more.
I need to
I don't know. I think things have changed a little. I remember there's a lot of news stories now on that whole situation. Ooh, this boat's kind of scary. You want to make sure that you don't jump out of it unless there's land. All right, so I don't know what the deal with landing on the M is, but if you do it, I guess you'll get a special bonus. Maybe you'll get a card. I don't know.
I got a card.
I think so far we have one card. But if we only need 4, then great.
You did it. All right, is Daniel gonna beat it?
No. I mean, this intro alone.
Is player one whoever just hits a button first?
No. Well, I feel like no, because I don't think Kayla was trying to be one player before. It's just this controller.
Okay. This is G.I. Joe the Atlantis Factor. We gotta go fix those broken ice cream machines. General Hawk.
I guess I have General Hawk.
And so the challenge is to beat this level.
Yeah, so, because does the gun do more damage? I feel like I have to use the gun on the boss or something.
I don't know, because honestly, I remember playing this a lot too, and I just always had the same dilemma. I'm like, ooh, level up the fist or level up the gun? And
that's the problem, because I'm grabbing them right now, but it's whatever you have out, so I'm powering up my fist, which is what I don't want to use against the boss. I want to use
Isn't
the
this
gun.
song in Zeke Wars 3? Yes, it is.
You are absolutely correct. Love this song. Love that someone made a meta of it.
Dave says the copy I have, I do not think is Tom Thumb's. He's talking about this game, but it did have a busted piece of plastic in it, so it was well loved. The boss music lives rent free in my head.
Well, we'll be hearing it very soon. I don't know what you're supposed to do against him.
There's a hammer.
He's so bad that I can't, do the
Maybe you
usual-
could jump kick him?
Should I jump kick?
Did you upgrade? Oh, you don't have it.
I don't have it quite yet. No, I can do.
I think you need
I can do 2 hits. Oh,
Hey, okay, you got it. You figured it out.
I made him bounce off with 1 hit, but now he's not bouncing off anymore.
This is G.I. Joe the Atlantis Factor. No! No!
All right, I think the better strategy is power up the gun and then just fire the gun. He'll be hitting you, but it's better to do that than running, because as you can see, running did nothing for me.
This is the version 2 of MC Kids.
We apparently rented Cool World Super Nintendo, but I don't think we'll be playing that.
No Cool World.
But we can play this.
What?
Where is the Price is Right?
Oh, wait a minute. Is this Kayla's game?
No, but
Oh.
Dave and I remember
Nice.
renting this. Daniel does not.
No Fear Racing.
Like, I don't remember this game, but I do remember you guys laughing at No Fear.
No Fear.
Is it?
Sarah Miedo.
You think it's multiplayer or? Probably not.
Probably not.
All right. well,
Dave said they were even selling No Fear branded shirts in school. What was going on? The racing was okay. No Fear.
Buy, sell. I have a lot of cash. I guess I can buy. Oh man, I'm really confused. Car number, crew chief.
Oh, he's pretty cool. He
Select
He
male.
looks like an adult Ralphie from Magic School Bus.
Adult Ralphie. Well, he's gone now. Apparently, he's been replaced by.
He's that one guy from Star Trek.
Oh, these
wait,
games seem to be just okay.
All right. I think I want.
No favorites tonight. I should read some of the ones we didn't play. Pocky and Rocky. Ooh, Power Instinct. Power Punch 2. Primal Rage. Rampage. Renegade. Which I guess we never rented. Well, I need to read Dave's notes on Renegade. We rented Target Renegade from Skags, but not Renegade. Mom and Dad made me swear, since it was a Skags rental, that it would be both fun and that I would get ample playtime out of it.
We have not played Nightshade tonight.
I promptly revealed after getting home that it was in fact boring, and they were mad.
Oops.
We didn't play Nightshade. But I mean, no, we played Nightshade before.
This game is something else.
We've never played Kyle Petty on Multitap.
Oh, definitely not.
Would you play it again?
We never rented Looney Tunes B-Ball. I didn't learn about that game until later.
It's
Missed out.
not a rental. Did not like a. We played. What we played was NBA Jam.
Yeah. I don't think we rented NBA Jam. Our cousins had NBA Jam, and then I bought Tournament Edition with Jeffrey Dollars or something. Wow.
How hard did you have to work for those Jeffrey dollars?
I don't. It was somehow related to birthday money, but I don't know how that makes any sense. Could you trade in games for Jeffrey Dollars? Maybe I got something else and returned it and had Jeffrey money and then bought NBA Jam.
A ridiculously hard Snoopy game.
Ooh.
Are you thinking about the
Sports Spectacular?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Don't make poor Daniel play that.
We definitely did not play that until we played it on Multitap.
The pizza portion.
No.
You guys think it's too late to cash in my Jeffrey money at this point?
If you go to one of those few places that still has one.
I think Canada still got them.
Yeah,
Some
Canada
airports
still
have
has
them, but I doubt they accept your Jeffrey
Well, we should
money.
play Casino Kid because I guess it might have been a rental game. I'll have to read all the notes on Casino Kid. Let's see if Dale can make some money.
No, I got first.
Dude, he's winning!
That's okay. I was at least in first position. The race was gonna end. No question, I was gonna win.
Daniel was in the lead.
All right.
You could have got a trophy.
Sorry, I got excited for Casino
Well, it's
Kid.
fine. Yeah, you can
Look,
read your
Casino
notes
Child.
on your Casino Kid.
Oh my gosh, look at you. This
Do
is
you want me to go
dope.
back to Kyle Petty?
No, that's okay.
Later, buddy.
Well, look, it's anime.
What was Dave's first anime? Casino Kid.
Casino Kid.
You trying to get some hints from people?
Yeah.
So Dave thinks we rented this from Blockbuster. I remember our uncle had it, and Dave
I'm
said,
pretty.
I think our uncle had
Good
rented
to
it
know.
from Blockbuster. Unsure if he ever bought it. Very cool game, and it is incredibly slow to start.
Yeah, I can't even figure out where to start. I've been talking to people.
Apparently, just going to the table isn't enough.
Dave says he saw Go-Go 13 before this game, so that was his first anime.
Very wise, Dave. Very correct.
So, y'all have some memories attached to that movie.
Oh, we didn't watch the movie until later.
We played the video game Top Secret, which was, I guess, the second
We were
Go-Go 13 game.
We were like 12 and 13 by the time we watched the Go-Go 13 movie. We were ready.
You're ready. Oh, now
All
you're
right,
doing.
blackjack.
How did you start it?
She liked me.
Oh,
Let's
well.
see. Chip. Ooh, wait. So they said I could bet 100.
All right,
Please
Lisa,
bet.
what you got?
Oh, wait, did Lisa bet 500? I got 16. That's awful. What did I do? Split it?
Yeah, let's try the
Man, I don't know how to play this game. I'll stand for now.
No way!
It's okay. It's okay. I only bet 100. Let's see if I can bet 400.
Double down. I mean, it would have been good. It's
You're betting too much, yeah. So I think I can only bet 100. Yeah. I'll bet 100.
Please bet. Is she
It doesn't even
cheating?
matter.
That's okay. That's okay. I always come back in the end.
If it is 17 or lower, you hit Austin Power.
Okay. Well, I see 17.
Ooh, here comes the buff.
No!
It's okay. They had a 19. So. All right. So I think I have $200 more. I'll get 2 more bets in. Let's see. I got 12. Well, this one.
Well, you gotta hit.
Can I double down on this one, or I gotta hit?
I would just hit.
All right. Oh, this gotta be good, right?
Wait, can you go back in time and double down? Hey, thanks for watching, Tom Guy.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Tom Guy.
I think we have time for one last game. Which one of the rental memories would you like to play? We rented Pirates, Pipe Dream, all them Power Rangers games, Mighty Max. Everyone was Mighty Max, Metal Gear, all those Mega Man games, Magical Quest. We didn't play that yet tonight. Joe Mac 2. Oh, we didn't rent Pirates. Sorry.
No.
Apparently we might have rented DuckTales. How could you resist?
Yeah. If anyone has any last game rental requests,
Rampage,
let me know.
Round Ball. I don't think we rented it, but we did buy Tom Thumb's copy for some reason. Snake Rattle and Roll. We rented that one.
Yay!
Snake, rattle, and roll. If no,
Ooh, maybe we should end with this stinker.
oh
That's
boy.
a good way to preface it.
It had a big article or playthrough guide or something in Nintendo Power, and it stuck with me for some reason. Stanley, the Search for Dr. Livingston. And Dave wrote, we rented this and it was just painful to play. Not even Nintendo Power could save me. Yeah, we didn't rent Godzilla.
I'll only be able to take the most important of Livingston's notes with me. I'm hoping that he will have left some sort of trail that I might follow. This is incredible.
It's a adventure game.
The ship sails with or without you, Stanley. Don't wait for me, Captain. I'll be staying. I thought you might. The jungle is surrounded by cliffs. Hey, I sort of remember the helicopter backpack now. Mr. Stanley, yes. Your supplies are here. The grapnel and the machete have been stolen.
That's not good.
Here, like, in the door, whatever. If you are entering the jungle, search for a grapnel. So what, I gotta find a grapnel before I go into the jungle?
I thought the DC fighting game had bad presentation, but you haven't seen nothing yet.
Who are you? Why have you come here? I'm looking for... Oops, I missed what he said. Ooh. You can be on the rooftops in this game. It's kind of like a Spider-Man from the past.
It's pretty dope.
It's lots of fun. The Secret of Evermore, I guess we rented as well. And Dave said, I wish I liked it more than I did. The concept of a Western dev making this JRPG was so neat and it felt different, but the trading stuff was too hard for me to figure out at that age. I just wanted to bash enemies. And then Daniel remembers it differently. He says, remember Dave saying was best thing ever or just getting all the way through it? The dog changes.
The dog does change. That's Secret of Evermore. You know what? That's weird because there are things I vaguely remember about this game. Like, I feel like I remember this gigantic spider, but
Yeah.
I feel like I was getting it confused with the second, or is it the third Hugo game? The third Hugo's House of Horrors game.
Yeah. I need to look up something. We may be playing one more game.
Oh,
I'm gonna start running like this.
good idea. I'm going in the jungle without first speaking with Chilo.
I can't end the stream on Stanley's search for Dr.
No,
Livingston.
this game seems kind of interesting.
It's not terrible. All right, I've got a challenge for you, and I think you're gonna know immediately what it is once I load the game up.
Okay.
I mean, it's like the only thing to do in the game that everyone wants to do.
You just died.
Ball damage in the Stanley game.
All right, so we did rent this one a lot, and we bought it later. And what's funny is that whichever copy of it that we got has some other rental places sticker on the back, but it's not Tom Thumb. So you know what the challenge is, right?
What is the challenge?
See Duck Vader.
See Duck Vader?
To see Duck Vader, you have to collect a number of carrots equal to a multiple of 11. Then grab a level ending key, and Duck Vader's ship will pick you up on the map screen.
Okay, should be easy enough.
You must see Duck Vader. I'm gonna go read the notes for this, but yeah, we used to rent this all the time. This was used as a base for some bootlegs with our characters. Ooh, I think I've seen some of those. Daniel said, thought it was super cool, even better than 2 since it was all platforming. Wondered why it looked like Super Mario Bros. 3. Dave says, Duck Vader made a strong impression. Movement felt great.
Yeah, again, I had not realized this whole thing of them finding out new tech for the NES, which is why so many games started having a sub-screen. I don't want to collect any more carrots, but I feel like...
We probably should have gone for 22. Where's the key, though?
Oh, was that something I had to find?
It said you had to find the level key.
Oh.
Then grab a level ending key. Maybe it's just... Oh.
Well, I'll go for 22. Or maybe even more.
Why no red Daffy? Why is Daffy 8-bit? Kayla, what was your favorite rental game tonight? Which one would you rent again?
Nightshade.
Good answer. Good answer.
What's in that door? Hi, I am Hampton. Collect as many carrots as possible. You will get an extra player if you collect 30 carrots. But I want to see Duck Vader.
You need more carrots.
Snake's Revenge was Ocelot's favorite. I don't remember seeing any of these games
Snake's
tonight.
Revenge.
Dave was wanting to see Snake's Revenge.
We did talk about it. Maybe we got a little time for bonus Snake's Revenge. It depends on if Daniel sees Duck Vader or not.
Where's that level ending key? Maybe it's only at the end of, like, after you go to 3 stages or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen the map again yet. I should probably get more carrots.
Level ending key.
Oh, I should have got those carrots.
Oh, maybe when you beat her, you get a key.
Yeah, probably. It's okay. I forgot how to beat her. Do I have to just get away from her?
Yeah, I think you just avoid her.
Okay.
See you later. Ooh, but this started you at the very beginning.
It did? Oh, no.
Maybe.
I think you're right.
You can get 33. You can get 44. 44 is probably reasonable.
Why stop there?
You get 55.
I just gotta remember as soon as I see that exit door that I gotta go back for however many carrots I need.
Although I guarantee when you're trying to look for carrots, you won't be able to find them.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to
Save some.
not get them if I can. There's just a lot that I run into trying to jump across pits and stuff.
Did you ever finish this game? I don't know that we've ever played it the whole way through.
Probably not.
Maybe we will someday. It seems alright.
We did have a Tiny Toons themed multi-tap show a long time ago, even before 2015, but... Alright, I think I go out of the cave once more, maybe, and then before it's the end of the level. Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
When we were kids, we got Tiny Toons 2, and that's the one that we owned for the longest time.
Yeah.
Where they go to the amusement park or
Yeah.
whatever.
And like, that one's actually pretty good. Oh man,
Is that the Elmira door?
I think so.
Alright, well,
Nice,
good
man.
thing you left a lot of carrots everywhere.
And there was a... desert of no carrots throughout this whole cave part, but there are some carrots at the beginning.
Oh, okay. The 55 is a multiple of 11.
Should count. Have to just get away from Elmira.
I mean, it seems like something, yeah, where you should jump on her head, but I feel like I always get pranked by that, and then it's just running to the side.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah, I think a door just appears in the middle.
Oh. Scientist dude, uh-oh. I mean, you're probably right. She might just be a mini-boss. I think Pillow's got a point.
Yeah.
But where's the scientist? Next.
Rocky roll.
You might get
spooky.
Might get 66.
Getting a little spooky in here.
Maybe there will never be carrots ever again.
I'll accept that.
I mean, why would they have carrots in a castle?
Classic Mario Maker prank.
Okay. Ooh.
Plucky, no!
And that was a classic Mario Maker prank.
Got 3 more Pluckies left.
I want a heart.
Activate Buster mode.
Not Buster mode. Yeah, we definitely never beat this game.
Ooh, a carrot. You can get a heart here.
One of the balloons, I think, turned into a heart, but
It was hard even with the Game Genie. Ooh, good point. Maybe we should be, Buster move.
things suddenly making plucky hop.
Dragmar.
Does that hurt? No. It's the freezy time thingy that never works.
There was a balloon down there, but there's also looks like possibly a pit down there.
This is kind of like the Looney Tunes Game Boy game. Or Mario, I don't know.
Gamer Meyer.
Right, what do you think is the better option? Run and jump, or wait for the ghosts in the middle? That's right, run and jump.
Oh, you didn't trigger them.
I'm like, that's gonna trigger him too. But no.
I didn't realize where they were. Bragmire.
So what are y'all renting tomorrow?
Nothing, unless we do Gamefly.
This is our rental for the week.
What about the Multitap library? They can come here and they can rent whatever they want.
They can? I never remember saying that.
Chris is thinking about it. Now he's thinking about it. Right, Chris?
I thought we had a staunch belief against lending out games.
We talked about this at length on other streams, but yeah, we did not have the best experience with borrowing out games.
Well,
They
now
would
you
get
can borrow games
lost
with
or
me.
thrown away, or they'd move to another country or that kind of stuff.
Well, don't worry. I'll never
Wait,
betray you.
Is it the boss fight? Oh boy.
It's time for the scientist man.
Right,
This guy,
surely you jump on his head.
you would think so?
I mean, he's throwing stuff, so only that part must be dangerous.
Yeah.
Boy, I wish I was Buster instead of Lucky.
Alright, you got him.
No.
You didn't even get hit by a thing, did you?
And I think he probably threw one right at the end there. Which is why it's good to be Buster, because he has a shorter jump.
Oh. But if you're not plucky...
Then I can't get through the level.
Ooh.
That was a good try, though.
What happens when you continue? Where's it put you? Do you keep your carrots?
No, I think he definitely starts.
Looking bad.
So that was the Duck Vader challenge?
I didn't complete the duck.
All right, well, your reward for winning the Duck Vader challenge is to play Snake's Revenge.
Okay. Is that him?
No. No. This is Snake's Revenge. Does it look good?
Yeah.
Didn't look like it was working to me. All right. Lieutenant Snake, we received information from our intelligence man at the enemy's base. They have a weapon. Is it Metal Gear, which you destroyed 3 years ago? Go to the enemy base with 2 men. The pilot knows the route. Oh wait, Dragmar found Duck Vader for you. Metal Gear sequel Snake's Revenge for the Nintendo Entertainment System?
Well, here's the messed up thing.
John Turner?
Because
Is that Rambo? Tommy Wiseau?
in the NES Metal Gear we were talking about... Oh wait, is this Snake? Lieutenant Solid Snake. Martial arts expert.
Look down Duck Vader.
I wish I could have seen him. But like the NES version of Metal Gear is based off the MSX version, but at the end you blow up a computer. You don't blow up Metal Gear, right? You don't even see Metal Gear. And now this is saying that you blew up Metal Gear.
Whoa.
I missed my codec.
Codecs are optional.
I rented Snoopy's summer spectacle from our grocery store's rental. Nice. If they rented the games that are available now, do you think it would still be as exciting as it was to rent games back then? I mean, I already know the answer.
No.
What would I rent? Do you have any copies of Balatro?
Thank you.
What
I
system?
don't know. There's probably a couple games that I'd like to try out, but I can't think of them at the moment.
We played the Joe and Mac game, right? And we got that off of Gamefly?
No, it's Gamefly, yeah.
No.
Music seems alright.
Do you have Deltarune?
I mean, yeah, I could rent that or... Oh, is this someone I'm supposed to help?
Thank you.
Oops. Boy, I hope you didn't have anything important to say.
Is that good?
No. That means,
Rent-a-run.
that means they're gonna keep coming till I kill 3 of them.
Mario Galaxy. Oh, see, we were trying to figure out... Can we rent Balatro for NES? It looks really fun. We were trying to figure out, and Dan was talking about it a little bit. I guess GameCube was the last system that we rented games for.
I remember renting...
Because we didn't do Wii ever.
Fire Pro for Game Boy Advance, maybe Konami Crazy Racers, and Perfect Dark for Game Boy Color. I think I rented Pokemon Crystal one time.
Oh, we might have rented... We might have rented a Wii game.
I remember renting Mortal Kombat Deception.
I rented Fortune Street on Wii and ripped it to my hacked Wii.
That's some of that stuff we were talking earlier about the...
I'm wondering if we rented like a Just Dance or... No, I don't know.
Permanent.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think for sure we probably would have rented a Wii game. Again, the only thing I can remember, and I already told Mijin this, was I saw like Boom Blocks there, and I'm like, well, we would never buy Boom Blocks, but everyone seems to be talking about it online, so maybe we could rent it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh man, this game's just as confusing as the original Metal Gear.
Uh-oh.
Maybe he'll tell me where to go.
Thanks for your help.
That's probably all the other guys then.
Give me some help then.
When they make all the areas dark, it makes it hard to tell where the exits are. It's better just to turn on the alarm.
When Blockbuster was on its last legs, remember they had
Snake!
the end of late fees?
Yeah.
Effectively, you could buy whatever you wanted to from Blockbuster without paying late fees, and it didn't really make sense for a lot of their movies. But at the time, the 80s Transformers movie was hard to find on DVD, so I rented it from Blockbuster and then I just kept it. But now you can get that movie everywhere, I feel like.
Yeah.
Press now, don't forget the password. But anyways, I guess that's tonight's rental stream.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming, for sharing your rental memories with us.
It feels like I was actually there.
Let's do the prize wheel.
Kayla was inside the Blockbuster.
And we can talk about next
Or
week.
the Tom Thumb.
Rest in peace, Tom Thumb.
Next week's not set in stone, but we have an idea for at least one game.
We have a crazy idea.
It's not that
A
crazy.
mind-blowing idea.
What goes well with the rental?
I'm curious to hear about this idea. I don't remember if I know
Maybe
about
me
it.
getting arrested by the cops would be good.
Good idea. You kept your rental too long.
All right, first place is Dr. Fresh. Good job, Dr. Fresh. Second place is Frame. Third is Sadistic Pillow. Fourth is Bad Maniacs. And fifth is Addy.
Congratulations.
I'm spinning. I hope you're all here.
Hope you're all winning.
I hope you wheelie win.
We win.
Dr. Fresh
wins.
is your winner.
Congratulations.
Uh-oh.
Well, the police is here for you.
The end of late fees. The end of Muchin.
Kralazar!
Dr. Fresh, congratulations. You are today's phrase game winner, number 5.
Thank God for rewind.
Let's see.
No way!
1,000
That's really good.
jiggies
This was really good on the
for
board.
Dr. Fresh.
Best on the board? We don't know.
Best on the board.
Let's just take a moment to thank our sponsors.
Well, who are they? Anyways,
Tom Thumb.
Tom Thumb. Yeah, one last look at whichever one had the
Dragmar.
the front of this
Thank you,
cartridge
Dragmire.
has the address of the Tom Thumb, so you won't be seeing that tonight. But there he is. Look, tamper-proof seal, Tom Thumb Page.
That's his name, Tom Thumb Page.
Thanks everyone for watching. Next week
Dragmire.
is the release of Tony Hawk 3+4
Woo!
Tony Hawk.
And we love
Hey,
to skate.
equals 7.
I heard you could play as Michelangelo in it.
That's pretty cool.
The Ninja Turtle?
The Ninja Turtle.
Really?
I thought you meant the Renaissance painter.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
So there's
Gnarly.
gonna at least be some of that. I don't know if we'll spend the whole stream playing Tony Hawk 3+4. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you next week for that. And yeah, it should be a good time.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Go use Gamefly.
Hey! The show's over.